Button. Hello, interwebs. You're gonna get the hype level from 10 to about a 4 today, but hello all the same. Uh,
Hello.
we are we are down a player. So, Connor, I hope you're watching. Get a chance to go ahead and take a look while you're doing the familial shenanigans. If you like what happens to your character throughout this, I make a little promise to y'all that I won't kill your players if you're not here. However, if your players drag your character into like a pit, there's only so much you can say about that. So please don't drag Safina into a zombie or something.
Got it.
Gotcha.
All right. One thing we do when we start off is we're gonna go ahead and do cards. I believe a handful have been played already, and no one's yet made a combo. So it's like poker, and that if you have something you can play two of a kind up to two of a kind, three of a kind, full house. Well, full house, but then you'd have more than two pair, a flush and a straight. There is no advantage to like going for like a royal flush or anything. So if you got them, play them. By the end of the season, you likely will have you should have about three or four of these. Text RP counts. There was a beautiful Text RP session which occurred prior to the events near the Dawn Forges, but right after the Rock Court, which we'll have up on World Anvil. So go ahead and take a look. It's or is it up already, Laura?
I haven't put it
Okay.
up yet. No.
Cool dealio. So take a look for it when it's up there. If you don't have a link for a World Anvil, we'll toss it over into stream chat. That said, let's get you all some cards. Active cards. Sorry, Safina, you don't get a card because you're not here today. But we miss you all the same. Okay. And we will go, you know what, we'll do it a little differently. We'll go clockwise from instead of counterclockwise. Gabe, what's your cards?
Ha. My cards are. Who would you ask for help for something important to you? Do you have any biases / prejudices? What is your favorite hobby? And newest one is the same one I got. I got to repeat.
You gotta repeat. Alright, let's get you a new one.
Yep.
Alright. How about now?
Aha. The new one is also an 8, but it says, does the unknown make you excited or anxious?
Ooh. Getting a lot of cross cards for people having the same questions. Alara, what are your cards?
Oof. Does the unknown make you excited or anxious? When is it okay to lie? Do you have any biases or prejudices? Or who do you trust to protect you when you're vulnerable? And the new one is, what 3 words describe your personality?
And we have determined that 3 words is too much, so it's just what is the one word that would describe your personality?
3 is right out.
3 is, this isn't the holy hand grenade Valtiad. I think the one time we saw that happen, like, it Connor, like, really forced it out. People have said that I am. All right.
Yeah, it's hard to get that into like a natural flow.
Yeah. And that's definitely not the point of these cards. Cass, what are your cards?
So I've got, what is the furthest you have traveled from home? What is your greatest strength? What is your biggest pet peeve? And then my newest one is, what is your greatest weakness? So I get to...
Oh, Lord. Lordy in the boardy. Wonder what her weakness would be. All right, we'll do a little bit of trivia before we kick off, and then we'll do a recap. Get your buzzers at the ready. During the last session, you met a bunch of people. What's the name of the Order of the Sun Monk you met? Cass.
His name was, did I not? Frederick.
Frederick, that is correct for 25 points. Frederick introduced himself as Frederick. There is also something a little off about Frederick.
That's concerning that that's how you phrase that.
There's
Frederick
something.
introduced himself as Frederick.
There's something off about Frederick. For a follow-up, what seemed strange about Frederick?
Is that for me? What seems
Mhm.
strange about him? Well, I mean, his reaction to Alara.
One of the things that seemed a little bit strange is his reaction to Alara. That's correct for 25. Is there anything else that seemed a little off about Frederick? Oh, okay.
I can't remember right now.
Okay, I saw Galara's hand go up first. I think. Go ahead.
Oh my god, it just went out of my brain. I remember it. Fuck. It was something. It was. He didn't recognize his Safina, what he was wearing, or the name, or was it the name Solsera? Something like that.
It was both things, actually. So 25 points. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He did not immediately recognize Safina as one of the monks, and didn't seem to know who Solsera was.
Shady.
But then he also told us that she was.
Mm-hmm. He absolutely.
That was after Safina clarified.
Yes.
Ah.
Speaking of clearing the buzzer, the board has been cleared. So, lots of XP to be begotten. You're still on double experience with Safina ahead of you to catch up. I think you guys should be at 4 now.
Yeah.
Okay. You met.
But we don't level up till we long rest, correct?
Correct. Right. Currently, you have not completed an adventure day equivalent yet. You're still in the thick of shit. You also met a cat. What was the name of this cat? Oh, okay. Cass is just ready.
I mean, it's Note.
All right.
We met Note. We met.
Cat's name is Note. Follow-up question. What's the cat's title?
Lord High Lord Note.
25 points. Another follow-up. What did you do to the cat?
What did I do to the cat?
What did your party do to the cat? What did your party do to the cat?
Gabriel misunderstood acts of friendship and blew him up.
I see. So you detonated the cat. Okay, another 25 points. And we've lost Gabe for a second. All right, on to happier things. Boop, boop, boop.
I feel like I should stop answering now because I will take a break for a second. I'm gonna eat some chocolates.
All right. Well, you've received a white feather so far. What's the name of this feather? Methods. Go ahead.
The Feather of Sanctuary?
The Feather of Sanctuary. 25 points. For a follow-up, who gave it to you?
It was Celestian's White Owl companion.
That is correct. It is Celestian's Owl. A deitic creature's familiar. Gave you a feather. Boop, boop, boop. Got a lot of things going on. A lot of, let's say, objects of interest within your person. What's the name of Alara's book? Cass.
It's the Wanderer's Guide to Aurora.
That is correct. It's the Wanderer's Guide to Aurora. Boop, boop, boop. Final question, which I feel is kind of cruel after the cat explosion thing. How did Gabriel's grandmother die? Holy shit. All right, Alara.
She got stabbed in a market. Brutally murdered.
It's an excellent statement. She was brutally murdered in a market for 25 points. Follow up. What city was it?
Oh, Duodessa. Right?
No, it is not
No.
Duodecim.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Oh, wait, I do know. I think. Freeport?
No, now you're just naming all the cities that exist in Aurora. Oh, San Frio!
I tried.
It was at Skyport. All right.
I was close.
Gabe never mentioned it.
No, we went. I don't know if Gabe mentioned it,
Oh.
but it did occur.
I mean, 'cause
Sharing
at this
scary.
point, I can just name the cities, but I feel like
It was during the Tex RP when he first met Tom and Safina. But he hadn't mentioned that he was from the place. Is it cheating if I say it now?
No,
like,
because I
what?
think that's kind of the DMs nudging, saying these are things you should share.
is it
Gotcha.
Seoul? Is it Verde?
No.
No, you can say it.
Is it
You
Nexus?
can say it. There will be no experience, however.
Is it Crystallis?
It is.
You're going to go
there
through
we go.
every single location. There's not that many. We're like in double digits tops.
Yep. Well, I figured like maybe it was in a place that like we haven't been before, so that's why I was like, let me go to like Seoul and all those other places. Like, nope.
You mean like Troy's village? That's like just a ruined wasteland.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He promised to go, but now he's dead.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Good talk. You remember? Yeah.
Remember Star Wars? Remember that time that guy died?
Oh my god.
Man, maybe the thing that you guys are wayfinding is like the cure to sadness. Recap. Who would like to do a recap for 100 points?
I mean, I can. I'll do it.
Okay. Do you have a Critical Role shirt on and a Beat Saber shirt on?
No.
I mean, it's just like when fandoms collide.
This is my only hoodie.
Oh, that's cool.
I need a new one.
Oh my god.
Are you going to do the recap in the Miss Moneypenny voice? I'll give you,
My, Mr. Buck, that's a good idea.
Oh no.
I'll give you 50 extra experience if you can get through the entire recap with that voice.
Okay. So there they were.
I believe in you.
Good. This is the energy we need. Your DM's not giving it to you.
I can't do it.
All right.
Ooh,
Then just
too much.
this normal voice recap that.
So we started the last session off with the trial with the rock elementals, where our options were go to jail, pay up money, or we would have to fight them. None of them sounded very nice, so we ended up coming up with a good idea of taking a little star medal from Cassandra and putting a spell on it to make it look red and giving it to them as payment, saying that this is like a fancy heirloom passed down to Cassandra, blah blah, here you go. And they accepted it and we went on our way. We had a squirrel as a lawyer, so that was interesting.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
It's kids.
So we headed out into the wilderness, where on our way there, Safina noticed a figure in the woods, in which case he got all excited and started running off. Alara followed after, and the other two did not, and so the party split. So Sarah caught up with the mysterious person to find out that he was wearing robes from the Order of the Sun, right?
Correct.
Okay. And didn't notice Safina right off the bat, didn't really recall Sosera off the bat, and then once they started talking, he pointed us to the ruins. So Alara walks up, the guy gets really like freaked out about Alara, and then he like takes off. We all meet up again. Safina and Cassandra have like rah moments of an argument about why we shouldn't run off into the wilderness alone because bad things happen.
I mean, that feels like a solid argument.
Yeah. Gabriel and Cass fought a snake thing, killed it. We started walking through the wilderness again, only to find out that we're being followed by a cat thing named Note, who Gabriel quickly blew up with a bomb, and it's dead now. But Note did put down some really interesting mentions of how he wanted to see Starset Lake and all that good stuff. So, so he is dead, presumably, or whatever. We don't know. He's gone. And then, so we continue along our way because we are now going to the ruins. On the way, we run into 2 displacer beasts, which that was great. Safina with Gabriel on his shoulders, take out one, and then me and Cassandra try to take out the other one. Alara didn't hit anything that last session because her rolls are horrible. And Cassandra protected her. We both got wrapped up with their little tentacle arms, took us off the wilderness. Cassandra broke free. Alara did not. She got basically choked out, put unconscious. Saw Celestian for the first time in her unconscious state and all that.
She's having an emotional crisis right now. It's fine.
And then Cassandra, being as OP as she is, brings down the displacer beast with a magical rock that you picked up and threw.
Yep.
And then we ended the last game with Alara being released from this displacer beast and falling onto the ground. And end scene.
End scene, 100 points. Good job. Also, you guys did notice that Alara, being the support she is, blessed you all, making some.
Yeah.
Let's not underpin that. That made a lot of the displacing beast a possibility to get smacked down. Also, there was an effect that keyed off of Cassandra when she was channeling her sacred weapon.
Yeah.
And what was that exactly?
That when I hit things, it like emitted a light going out, and it dealt more damage or more chance to hit, if I remember correctly. But it was like the weapon that I used already being emitted with light was like infused with star power.
Star power. Good. Star power. All right. Well, that's where we're going to go ahead and pick up. So, scene is set with Alara. You are starting to come to consciousness on top of this large displacer beast, much like a rug. It is still raining down rather heavily from the sky. I'm going to drop this music just a smidgen. You guys are a loud singer. Everyone else is catching up. The person who's not eager to meet up with you at the moment is Safina, who is lagging behind a bit. So that means, Gabe, you would notice that he is just not with it right now.
Especially when you're stuck in his papoose.
That I am. I will get out of the proofs, and seeing him not really in the moment, I will help him along, just holding onto his hand.
I will run to
A
Alara
little guide.
Okay.
when I see that she's been, knocked out and on the ground.
Kind of like barrel roll off of the displacer beast, and I just like fall in the mud.
Good.
You're awake right now, right? You're not passed out anymore. So I'll run over, go over and be like, "Are you okay? I saw that it grabbed you pretty hard." And then like I'll kind of like feel her vital signs, make sure of the minimal amount of like medical stuff I know how to do. Be like, "Are you dying? Broken bones. It squeezed you pretty hard."
Go ahead and roll medicine. I'm just
Yeah,
very
like, I
curious
don't-
how that
Oh,
plays
God.
out.
Well, I am proficient in medicine. Does not mean that I'm necessarily all that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can role play it out, but for the most part, she's, as damaged as her hit points lean to, which isn't too horribly bad. It looks like she's got the wind knocked out of her through constriction.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any like bruising or like broken bones from the
Just her soul.
just her soul. Well, it's
I'm-
fine.
I'm okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You seem to go pretty limp there. What happened?
I couldn't breathe. I'm fine though.
Do you need-
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you need help getting up? And I'll like put my arm around her, try to like help pick her up off of the dead animal.
Yeah, and I stagger up. I'm like covered in mud.
Hmm.
This sucks.
Luckily, it's raining. This should help.
That is true. The rain's doing a pretty good job of, making you clean. With the mud. We're a wholesome family stream. Anyway, so look, the water is definitely taking care of some of the mud situation. That creature does not appear to be breathing. You smote it good.
I mean, I'll double check. I'll be like, it's not gonna like, come back, is it?
So describe how exactly you're checking. You're just like standing and staring at it? Are you investigating?
I feel like for the most part, what I understand of things is like if it has a pulse, it's going to come back. So I'll check for its pulse.
Alright, so you go kneel down, effectively, and check a gigantic one of its 6 paws
Yep.
for a pulse. It does not appear to have a pulse, but you also seem to notice that under its weight, it is sinking into the mud.
Oh.
Yep. Slowly, once you're that close, you happen to notice that it's already like a few inches in, which is easily confused for just the impact of hitting soft ground. But it is...
But if it's starting to sink already, then we probably need to get off this really soft mud because it's probably just going faster because it's heavier.
Perhaps.
Okay. Look, all right, we need to get off. It looks like it's kind of sinking into the mud, which means this ground is really soft, so we need to be careful. Let's go back towards the building that we were going to go to.
She's like thinking about something else. Saying anything.
Safina likewise stares at Alara. They're both zoning out.
Oh god. So seeing that, Alara's just like zoning out to be like, all right. And I'm assuming it's because, you just were knocked out. You're probably still pretty out of it. So she's going to act like the friend taking her drunk friend back at night. Like, support you. Be like, all right, let's go.
Oh, okay. It's dead, right?
Yes, it is dead, but it is sinking. So we probably want to not stay in one place too long because we might get stuck.
Oh, okay. And I follow her.
So now I'm heading towards Gabe and Safina. And I'm going to say to Safina, even though he's bleeding out, he's like, you're a really good fighter. You definitely, held your own against that displacer beast.
Safina doesn't really respond to you. However, make a perception check.
Okay. I mean, because you got to compliment him on his murder skills.
Okay.
Nope.
So, You notice that Safina is just not responding to you, going very stoic.
Is he okay? I like wave my hands in front of him.
His eyes don't even follow your hand.
Oh.
Seeing Safina being this way, what can I glean from his condition? Since I've known him more than the rest of the party. From the limited time I've known him.
That Safina normally is more animated than this, for sure. Have you seen Safina fight before?
No.
Have you seen him meditate before? Or focus his chi?
No.
Okay. Then you are assuming this is something he does to recenter himself after battle, as that was pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, I feel like that must have taken a lot out of him.
Yeah, something that must be more monastically oriented. However, it is a different side of Safina, for sure. Just like his ass-kicking abilities. You definitely know something is off. Go ahead and roll Arcana, Gabe.
Well, he's gonna be like, it took a lot out of him. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back before we meet Sulcera, because that'll be pretty devastating for him if he's still recovering.
Natural 20. What you do happen to notice is something that has less to do with Safina directly and more things around Safina. You notice that the ground beneath him, the stuff that you collected previously, it doesn't seem to be bothered by Safina's presence. Where all of you are sinking kind of slowly, he is standing on it like it is a solid, like a rock. Like how monks would run across water. But he's standing still.
Jesus.
You also notice that the grass around him, that is nice and a lush green for the temperate type of environment that you are, is very quickly becoming, when you water like a dead plant, becoming like brown and shriveled like seaweed. And you just kind of notice that like it pulses in waves, that like as though it was like sweeping up water or energy into himself. You, being so attuned to the elements in creation, feel like he is consuming the energy around him, but it's subtle. Not something that Alara or Cassandra are able to perceive.
Yeah.
Something wrong with him.
Do I need to carry him? Oh, all right. So I'm gonna stand in front of him. I'm like, do you mind walking? Because I can take him, but both of you together might be a little bit much for me.
Safina, you're talking this to Safina or Gabe? I can't tell.
Gabe, because Gabe is in his Poos thing, so like carrying both of their weight would be difficult.
I'll walk with Alara.
Okay. And I'll stand in front of Safina and kind of wrap his arms around like my neck and hold him kind of like a backpack a little bit to put most of his weight.
Yeah.
Like
make a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw?
Mm-hmm. And everyone else make a dexterity saving throw.
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Why? I don't have, like, I have a really good modifier for my charisma, and that is sad.
Dear God. Okay, dice don't like you. So, Cassandra, you are able to go ahead and actually touch Safina, but you seem to notice what Gabriel already know, that when you touch him, you feel this sort of resonation like when you touch someone with static electricity. Only the difference is that it surges back like two magnets you're trying to force together, then pops off, pushing you back a little bit. The entire force just reverbs down your hand.
Oh.
Yeah, cutting it like 1,000 invisible shards dealing 10 points of damage to you.
Okay.
This same energy like pop that occurs that just forces all of the air out and giving you a bubble of water-free area for just a moment. Also affects does not affect Gabe or Alara.
These dice are not huge fans of me.
Oh, no.
So you were
What
able
color?
to move away from the small field like two poles trying to interact with each other.
All right.
Tafina does
I
not
don't
respond
wanna
to
touch-
that.
I don't think I can touch him. Is he walking?
Yeah, he's walking. Like, he's capable of
Okay.
walking.
All right.
How are you?
Not great. Like I've been better. Like my hand has been like cut up. You said, or it looks like it's been.
Yeah, so effectively it's like 1,000 little dagger cuts from your
So I
hand
like,
up
hold
to
up
your
my hands.
up to your like up to your shoulder.
Yeah, like so. This was unexpected.
I take her hand and hold it, and then I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Just like this nice. I mean, you're a paladin. you guys are healed, but yeah, radiant. I'm not crying at an eyelash in my eye.
Your damage.
I swear, no, really. Like, oh god, ow, it's painful.
Oh no.
She's role playing out the 10 damage that you
I'm-
just took.
Yeah. Hang on, let me roll that.
Oh.
Okay.
Plus,
3.
3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spell level plus 2, I believe, is the way it works with that
Yeah.
feat.
Ooh. Now I have 2 more hit points than I had at the beginning of this. you know, it's, no, I am thankful. Like that is progress. Thank you. Like thank you. That was very helpful. I would not advise anyone else touching him.
Gabe was touching him earlier, just so you know.
What the
Gabe
what?
was-
Gabe was
Cool.
going to be writing down his journal about Safina's condition, noting how he seems to be drawing in the energy around him, something similar to a black hole. Perhaps this might have something to do with the compass being fixed, or maybe about the missing piece that Meg was talking about. It's also some relation, probably.
Are you writing this down in the ring?
Oh, right.
I mean,
I'm
you're a
gonna save
wizard.
that.
just getting a mental image of this exactly. It's like, ha
Everything disintegrates.
Darn it. I'm gonna save it when we reach somewhere dry, but I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Why can Gabriel?
I don't know. Part of me wants to experiment and have you touch him, but I feel like this is just a bad idea altogether, Alara. So why don't we? I don't know how reactive he's going to be. Positive side, if anything tries to attack him physically, he might electrocute them. So that could be good, but range-wise, he might be out of luck. So we're just going to travel in a pack we're gonna just have him in the middle, protected from any like range things coming at him, because I don't know how reactive he's gonna be.
We should. I mean, I don't know if we should stop at some point. Just take a break.
We should, but we have to be really careful. He's not sinking into the mud, but we are. So we need to get somewhere safe.
I pick my boot up out of the mud and it makes that like weird fart noise.
It's like, so I do agree. We need to get somewhere until he's kind of, but I don't, are we anywhere near like anything safe that we could make safe? I know we're in the woods. I'm just like, like how far are we from the building that we were going towards?
So before the predators caught up with you, with Dusk before you decide to set up camp. You're about an hour away. So the general idea is that to make it to that location, you'll be traveling in the dark, in the forest with the rain.
Okay, and we're right now in a field-ish? Because I know there's like a graveyard.
So the way that it worked was your last motions, where you were on like a cliff face that allow you to oversee the distance between the elevation and the ruins, so to speak. You went around and down, so you didn't like climb down the cliff or anything. You went around it because it was raining. And that was a safe choice. But around you is things like rocks, soft, muddy ground, lots of trees, the occasional like rock formation that exists. Magical
So many rocks. There should be more elementals just hanging out, waiting to sort of.
You gotta wonder if the one you threw is gonna press charges.
She's already.
You're not. You have a vague direction of where you came from, just orienting yourself to where the building is. Because even with the clouds and the rain, the aurora provides a little bit of light, so that you'd be able to see the building. Like a waxing moon version of light is pretty much always present.
Okay, and I know I most likely I don't know how long light lasts, but it should still be on my shield.
As long as you want to keep putting it up on your shield.
Okay, so that's on my shield, so we always have like a source of light.
Yeah.
I do agree that we need to rest. I'm just.
Also, a reminder: one of the displacer beasts did escape.
Yeah, like there's one still out there, so kind of in a shit situation. Because if we hang out here, displacer beast. If we go towards the building, displacer beast and more darkness. So, how bad is everyone looking? Do we think we could handle traveling in the dark for an hour? Or do we need to rest somewhere safer now? Because we can't, I don't think we really can hang out here. We're going to have to kind of figure out where we need to rest.
I think it would be better if we went to the ruins. On the ground, we could, if we take the short rest, we might sink. It'll accept Sabina. At least in the ruins, we have solid ground.
Do I have, I know you said that in, DM, I know you said like that we'll be traveling in the dark. Do I have an idea of like what general time it is?
Yeah. Past, it's dusk going into twilight. So like the sun has already set over the horizon. You have the last rays of light that are escaping, already being blocked by the clouds.
So in theory, because I'm getting back to nature, not necessarily very good at nature.
Correct.
I can assume that because it just got dark, we've got some time before the nocturnal things come out to kill us.
That would be a. You have no idea. Do a
Yep,
nature. Do a nature
that's
check.
what I'm assuming.
Yeah, go ahead and nature to see how much your natural brain believes that's a good idea or accurate. Yeah, you're for once not a nature-based character.
I know.
You feel so no. You feel that pretty much the second you lose light, they just spring into action. That's how it works. Like you're waiting for you think that they're like already there. Like that explains the displacer beast attacking you. They're just the early birds of the night creatures.
How fast are you guys on your feet? We could just run. Oh wait, but we've got Safina, who is not able to run at all, to my knowledge. He's able to slowly walk. Potentially.
Well, if we're in danger, regardless what we do, we might as well just keep going. At least we'll make progress on something.
As you guys are talking,
Like, 'cause it's dark. Things come out when it's dark.
as you guys are talking, you say you wonder if Safina is capable of running. He seems to get like very impatient with what you guys are doing, and he stretches a little bit and runs at a tree Because he's a monk, he like runs up the tree a bit, and then runs down the tree. And the tree itself, you can observe that it's going from this very healthy oak tree to as though it starts to like shrinking in, like withering a bit and becoming brittle. By the time he gets to the bottom of it, it seems a strong gust of wind just cracks it like dry timber to the side.
Did you just kill a tree? What the?
We should probably follow him.
He's not going far. He went all of like 10 feet away.
Yeah, it's like
he's just
up the tree, he's killed.
give an insight. Anyone who'd like to, who's proficient, can do an insight check. And there's a feat, I believe, that may help you with that.
I am proficient, so I will roll if
I'll
anyone.
do a new constellation for you.
New constellation. Yeah, so you've been a soldier before, obviously. The impatience is less like I'm getting tired of the social event, and more like I'm hungry. So,
Energy?
Safina looked hungry. Like that was the impatience, as opposed to social impatience.
Oh, like he must be. Maybe he needs to. I'll try. Here, Gabe, can you give him this, and I will give because I don't want to go into his bag because I don't want to touch him again. I'll give him a ration from my bag. Like, can you give this to him and see if that fixes?
Is he hungry?
It looks like he's hungry.
I don't think he's hungry for food.
Let's try this first because the other idea is concerning. So let's feed. I don't think we can feed him energy of trees.
Trenergy.
Okay.
If we're gonna
So
travel
he
with
wa-
him like this, we might not have a choice though.
Well, let's see if he eats rations first, and if that fixes it, and then we'll just problem solve from there. 'Cause this is.
I'll walk over and try to hand him the rations. Just lift it up. He's like, eh.
So Safina looks down. Gabe, sweet summer child, and just puts his hand over Gabe's and like pushes the food down. Like he doesn't want it. Gabe does also not explode in the process, but
Yeah, so you're the only one that's going to be touching him from now on because we know that you can touch him. Okay.
he starts tapping his foot again though.
All right. So, he just killed a tree.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
use
how. What does he need?
minor conjuration to make something random, and because it magically glows, I hand it to him to see if he'll take it.
What is the source of the conjuration?
Doesn't really.
So, effectively, you're conjuring something from one of the many planes, because the exact opposite of abjuration, right? So what's the source of the energy? Kind of give me an energy source.
Elemental.
Okay. So I'll roll one at random. So one of the elementals. We'll use the 4 core. Okay, so you give a wispy, wind-like pebble, like a small object. So you conjure from wind. He looks at that and he takes it from you. He looks at it. And he seems fascinated by it, but he's not like doing what he did to the tree. But he seems like a kid with a fidget spinner. He's enthralled with this thing.
Is it stopping him from tapping his foot?
His foot has stopped tapping.
Okay. I don't know what
I have
this
my
is.
theories.
Okay. Like, I don't know what's...
Listen, I can explain it to you on the way, but we should really be moving.
Will he follow us, or is he just going to kill trees?
He'll- if
I feel like this is a very solid question.
As you say that, your point is accented by the tree actually finishing with a wind gust and just crashing behind you.
Like, I want to give...
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Just be careful. I don't know if it's some sort of weird, like, I don't know if he's going to steal human energy.
No,
okay.
no. It's different. It's hard to explain. We should be moving.
Okay.
Okay.
And yep, Cassie's gonna start moving as fast as she can while making sure that like Safina's still like at like not far behind.
So a standard march.
Yeah,
standard
pretty much.
pace. Okay.
On the way, I'll be using minor conjuration to create different elemental types. So I'll go through celestial, fire, water, and see which ones he accepts and which ones he absorbs.
We experimenting on Safina as
So,
we travel.
Go ahead and start typing out the list in the order of the energy sources you give him.
It's a puzzle. No.
Whoa! How do we all break Safina? Whoa! You unbreak him by having him show up.
Send it to observer or Ford.
You can just say it out loud. I mean, people will see you making these things. I'd imagine that at the very least, Cass is extremely den mother concerned with what the hell you're doing.
Okay.
So yes, as you're walking through the dark, who's at lead? Who's at point?
Cass is at lead.
Okay, and who's at the rear? Who's your vanguard?
Me.
Yeah, like I imagine Alara because we'd want to keep Safina in the middle from.
Man, there's just too many jokes that I just keep having to pass up on.
No.
I passed up on the water one. No, if I can get through an entire 4 hours though. Okay, so you continue through the dark. Fire, earth, water. Sylvan. Fey energy. Okay. So
We'll probably eat the Fey energy because elf. Maybe is he an elf? Right?
he's half elf.
Okay, half. Okay.
Okay. So you guys are traveling. You conjure up a manifestation of fire, which is very dim given the current elemental situation that you're present in. So it's like a small, like one of those petroleum rocks that can burn. It's like a little glass pebble that's constantly burning, but it's kind of getting beaten down by the rain. As you guys are walking, Safina takes that, is equally fascinated by it, puts it in his hand, and again, like a kid with a fidget spinner, he's preoccupied with something as he walks with you, just fascinated by this thing. It goes away. You give an earth, which a little easier, much like the mud that's here. It slathers across his hand and just scoops over like mud. It's constantly flowing like a mud bath. And he's fascinated by this too. Nothing happens to the fire petroleum. Nothing happens to the mud that's in his hand. You get to water, which you really can't tell what the hell happens with that, except for like his hand has like a pool of water in it that is just rippling off with the rain hitting across it like a pond when it's raining. Nothing happens. When you conjure Sylvan energy, or Gabriel's assumption of what Sylvan energy looks like, it's a lot more like the mud, only it's a branch, like a twig almost, that appears in its hand. And it has the buds from like a sprig. They're trying to grow into leaves, constantly in this cycle of growth. The part of the branch that is like wood, like that soft green color, it fails to grow. Like it becomes what happens when you stop watering a plant for a while, and it becomes still there as a branch, but it has no life in it. It becomes dry, even though water is beating down off it. The buds never quite form, they just die on the vine.
Is that what happens
with the Sylvan, or Gabriel's, when you get to Sylvan, or the Fey energy, which is Gabe's interpretation of what Sylvan energy looks like. You guys start seeing the building ahead. You've been fortunate enough not to run across any of the displacer beast that's been hunting you the course this week, or his friend who's probably in the ground now, figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
Cass, your spider sense are certainly tingling for undead, as the gray markers themselves, when you're casting your light against them. Go ahead and roll perception.
Ooh. May I get assistance with his perception? Hint, hint.
Yes.
Wink,
yes.
nudge,
Oh.
nudge. Okay, good.
Getting those 20s out.
Neural constellation, right?
New constellation.
Neural constellation.
You absolutely see things moving, like the ground itself stirring.
Oh.
The
no.
ground here is more unsettled than just loose earth. It's not just the wind and the water that's moving the ground here. There are things beneath you that are moving about.
Are they in front of us, behind us, like where, or just all
You're
around
going
us?
you're going right into the nest. So you started at the beginning of what you thought was a very natural graveyard, where there was things off the trail, not in an order, like not in rows.
But that was kind of to help with predators, I remember.
That was your assumption. As you keep going forward, you see more and more of these. They're not, again, like a cemetery that you do to say, I mourn the dead, versus someone died here. Here's a gigantic freaking stick where I put the body. And you're seeing more and more of these as you go forward. So where are they? Well, in front of you, to the side of you, and behind you. You're going through this area that's riddled with these grave markers.
And the ground's moving.
Yes, it is.
Around
It is.
all
It
of
is
them.
not stilled. So it is definitely animated of some sort.
Well, shit.
You have yet to see anything emerge from the ground.
But still, how far away are we from the building?
You can start seeing it. So, as you emerge there, Alara, I need you to make a perception check. You are the least distracted of the group.
Oh no. I wish I could have.
Am I back?
I mean, with the Celestian stuff, it's a very questionable statement.
That's actually a really good role for it, though, story-wise. Like,
You're just like,
Archie-wise.
But have you seen the stars?
Ooh, it took a second to load. I should say it's taking a second to load.
oh dear. Oh no.
Oh
Oh no.
no. Oh, that's a concerning hole of wholeness.
It's very holy. You're on holy ground. All right,
See what you did there.
I know. Well, as you get there, you notice that although it's raining, it's not as much as the torrential downpour as it has. It's starting to lighten up just a bit. More of a light rain or a misting.
Is the ground that same, like, your body's getting stuck in the mud kind of?
Yes, the water still has the effect against the ground, and the ground still seems rather unstill.
Great.
With that perception check, however, you don't seem to notice anything beyond what the rain provides as your vision as you approach more markers, although these seem much better put into the ground, like slabs of rock versus whatever you could have at your leisure to mark a grave. And you're capable of, you can scroll a little bit to the north to see that this building is huge, easily something like 3 or 4 stories tall, reaching out towards the canopy and beyond of the tree line of these ancient trees. The ground itself, to which it stands upon, is a solid foundation of some sort of stone that has stood the test of time. However, nature itself very quickly overtaking and giving it this moss-like sheen over hewn rock. Large columns pull up into the sky to hold in a central place out in the front that's very open air. And with figures dancing across lights you see in a still active spheres of light that are large motes that accent the corners in a very pale white purple light. For a nice little handout visual, the place that you're going to and through looks like this.
Oh. Cool and concerning.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so it is very on the side of massive.
Yeah. Just a hint of massive.
Like, when the Lord of the Rings, when they're in the dwarven
Mordor?
Yeah, that's what I
Mordor,
meant.
Yeah, it's
like,
very much like the entrance of Mordor, but instead of in a mountain, it is some sort of constructed, forest-based facility. And you come across that where the tree line begins to thin to this building.
Okay. I feel like now would be the time for me to use my divine sense, since I know that the ground is moving, to see how much undead there is that might pop up around us.
So you use your divine sense, which allows you to go out a bit, and you feel that there is you know the type. You know that there is definitely undead in the area.
I'm more struck like how many and like how screwed up are we? What do we need to prepare for?
Well, no, the area itself definitely is seeping with necrotic levels of energy, having undead presence in it. But more from the idea of like the vengeful spirit type versus the rise from your grave, do my bidding. There's been some bad stuff going on in this general area. How much? Somewhere between dozens. However, majority of it is in the ground. Like there is still earth that it can't, whatever it is, can't really teleport through.
Okay.
Yeah. It's bound by earth, so things that can burrow may be an issue from the soldier background that you have. However, unless it has the ability to get out of the ground, you're not in a horrible place.
Okay, so I can assume that they're staying in the ground. Like that's kind of like what I pulled. Like
they don't want to. They absolutely. It seems like they absolutely don't want to be there. They're trying to not be there, but they're also not in your face. You have a threat, but not an immediate threat.
Okay, so I'm going to turn around and be like, "There's a lot of movement in the ground, so we need to be prepared in case anything comes out. So you guys watch the ground that we're stepping on. Watch the graves. Okay."
Okay. Do you know how many? Just a lot?
A lot is probably dozens.
Oh.
So we just need. I don't know if there's a chance they could come out. There's also a chance they couldn't. So we just need to be prepared. Okay. Just try to move a little bit quicker if we can.
Yeah.
But again, I think we're stuck to Safina's pace, because I don't want him to get. And then let's try not to step on the graves. Let's try to move around.
I mean, like, is he moving like half speed or something, or is he moving normal? Like,
he's moving quite normally.
Okay.
I just imagine that we can't go faster. That's an assumption I'm making.
You haven't tested the theory, so
I have not. But I feel like now would not be the time to test that theory with the possibility of undead popping out and us possibly leaving him behind by accident.
Also, I need to make sure that everyone. I'm double checking just to be sure. It looks like everyone's vision is functional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's vision and their token, and everyone should have 60 feet out. Is anyone's vision not 60 feet?
If anyone's vision is not 60 feet, I know I at least have light on my shield. So that should help.
Alright. I'm also going to set... I need to adapt your tokens, but after you get past your 60, it becomes like that last drop-off of light.
Yeah.
So there you go. You should have a nice fade now.
Ooh. That fade, though.
Battle mat!
So I'm going to start moving forward and trying to not, like, step on graves.
All right. As you move forward towards
with my and I'm like battle ready. I have like my sword out,
shield out,
ready for whatever.
The fellowship is prepared to enter Mordor, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Safina will be lagging behind, of no real help. He's your reserve party at the moment.
He's a really powerful reserve party.
Yeah.
He's like...
Alara, you had your check. Cast your hyper alert. Gabe, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
It's fair. It's like a.
Do. Huh.
Okay. And
My
now
brain
roll.
says, like-
Now roll Arcana.
My brain,
Okay.
like, as I'm being like super observant of the
Huh?
ground, I just might be like, shy a surprise.
Yes.
Like-
So, Gabe, what you mentioned, what you notice is that you're already doing these experiments on Safina, which I'll let you and Connor, figure out how he feels about that. But what you notice is that there is a sweep of energy, like a wind and a gust that goes against the natural order, and the wind itself pulls in a moment in this. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. In this general direction. Rocks, wind, water tumbles in that general direction. And then you see for just a moment a spark, like what you'd see in like a TIG well, like just for a moment. Something that you're used to as the spark of creation.
Eyes, could we go over there for a second?
So wandering from our path, why?
I saw something. Essentially, it's a spark of. It's what I use to make conjuration. It's pretty powerful magic. I just wanted to see what it was. The elements are moving that way.
Okay, but we've got to go quick, okay? We don't want to be out here for too long.
Okay. And I will, with Safina still helping him along, I'll go over there.
Okay.
And I'll
So
be kind of like
you can
walking.
go as far
'Cause-
as this beautiful rock formation. Okay. Because as you approach that, you notice that there are two figures talking near a tree.
Can we hear them?
Can you see them?
Yes.
Kido. So you got
Oh,
two.
I know what's going on here. I see what you're doing.
Okay. So you see two figures. The first figure is extremely short, like 5 feet tall. The only thing that adds a little bit of height to this creature's, stature are two horns that go up and curl back around the back of his head. He has nice silvery white hair that goes to his mid back and seems to completely ignore the elements. Very nice, very elaborate robes that seem completely alien to anything that anyone here has seen. Even Alara, who lives and had a completely different element, like someone who is just not of this world.
Pretty hot.
Oh no!
Are you getting a thing for gig? Are you getting? Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So
think,
when
like-
Sin comes back,
Woo! All right, this is a poor representation, but the other one that's currently there is a figure who is the polar opposite in that this figure, very masculine, broad shoulders, large arms, almost twice this creature's size, standing at about 7 to 8 feet tall. Whereas it's easy to make features out of the silver-haired creature, the large one, not so much. Like bandages, large swaths of cloth are wrapped around him and dangle almost like a mummy, including his hands, his arms, his torso, like someone you'd see that would be traveling through a desert that needs lots of loose clothing. Likewise, his clothing, however, has been affected by the rain and is currently soaked. So everything is currently dripping off of him as he has a conversation with this other creature. At this time, neither of them appear to notice you. How do you wish to approach?
I will turn the light off of my shield
All right. You
to not draw attention.
you vox your shield.
You're like, shit. Okay, hold on.
And instead relying on everyone's natural low light vision no longer able to see some of the more colors of the silver-haired person, but you do have their figures out with your natural vision, which is very conical, very black, whites, and grays.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think I would focus on trying to hear what they're saying.
Okay, so you go kind of pseudo stealth mode. And you're like straining to hear. What is everyone else doing?
I mean, I'm kind of like in the back here. I don't really have a visual. So I see her put out her light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is it? I'm like kind of looking, and I can kind of see I can see the people, but I don't know. Can we both try to like listen to see if we can hear them?
Mm-hmm. You absolutely can. Eavesdropping is a thing. You can strain to hear. So your idea
I'd
is
like
that
to
you're
eavesdrop.
you wish to eavesdrop. Okay. What about
I
Gabe?
have big ears. I could.
Using elven ear dar. There's the hype that's returning to the session. What's up, Gabe?
I am simultaneously terrified and fascinated because as soon as I see the creature and I notice the white hair and the horns, I immediately just think, "Oh, it's a devil! It's a devil!"
A what? A devil?
And so,
Well, it looks
so
human. It's ish.
You
I don't
think it
think
would?
it's a full
Gabe
devil.
will help Safina just get down because I assume he's standing up. He's not like just down like the rest of us. Or at
Safina
least trying
ruined
to.
her spot just like I am.
I mean, you're talking about Safina? No, he's like just totally no etiquette. He's just standing unless you tell him not to. He's like bringing the drunk person along. He's just standing. You got Bernie with you. Weekend at Bernie's.
So even if I tried, he wouldn't.
No, he would. He just at the moment he's standing.
Okay, I'm gonna like Safina, get down a little bit.
And he
Come on."
gets down a little bit, just keeps that vacant look on his face.
As I'm doing this, I'm like, this would be a really good time to have a fully functional Safina. Just
And
kind of
Gabe's
look
just
at him.
peek out. Just gonna peek out over the rock and just watch and listen.
Okay. Hey, listen, who has the lowest stealth score?
I mean, probably me, because armor.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mine's a
got
1.
4.
4? 2.
Well, yes, mine's the lowest with just a +1.
Okay. Only the lowest person. So for a group stealth, I have only the lowest person roll. So if you wish to do anything to augment that roll, go ahead and declare it now. Otherwise, you guys are hiding to eavesdrop.
Guidance.
Okay. Okay. So you're rolling a disadvantage, which is a 7. Go ahead and roll your guidance, which is a D4.
Come on, 4.
Yeah, you can
4.
do it.
All
Hey,
right.
yay!
So you roll
Better
an
than-
11. So, it's very difficult to move around when every single thing you do makes a clank clank sound. And you don't
Yep.
appear to have the cover of the sound of rain to hide your metallic sounds now.
Yeah.
Same thing with perception. This is the highest. Who has the highest perception and proficiency?
I think. Gabe, what do you have as perception? Okay, so then Alara.
All right, Alara, you can't give yourself your feet, however. So go ahead and roll unless someone else has proficiency. You want to get that too.
It's in perception.
Perception is wisdom based, so yeah.
I think Gabe has it, right? But you
Proficiency. Yeah.
proficiency. Oh, I thought you. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
then.
Oh, maybe it's Safina. I know like
Alright.
2 of us have proficiency.
Well,
There's
Safina
no-
is not perceptive at all. Go ahead and roll, Lara.
Oh,
12. Okay.
Bernie,
Consistently middle of the road roll. Like,
So the-
yeah, never.
So you notice the following thing as you guys huddle around these rocks.
Mm-hmm.
The person with the cloth is holding out what appears to be some sort of a gadget, roughly fitting in the palm of his hand. Something that is the size of a large skipping stone. It has a small chain dangling down as he swishes it around. He makes a motion that no one hears. Sorry. The two talk. The silver-haired man says, "You don't have to take it. But if I know you, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it done. And when that number starts getting close to 0, just give me a call. And the person looks down at him and just closes his hand and appears to crush whatever is in it. And the creature with silver hair walks up and is like, okay. I get it. You're mad. But just think about it. And he puts his hand over the clenched fist, and opening it back up, the creature just begrudgingly puts whatever that is in his pocket as this guy begins to walk towards you. At least in your general direction, I should say.
Oh, good.
Upon hearing the cowering of Gabriel...
Yeah. Like, well, then at that point, if he's making the sounds, I see him walking towards, I think Cass would have realized that their jig is up of hiding and will stand up and kind of be prepared to fight if she needs to.
Okay, so Cass adopts a den mother stance. Gabe is cowering. Safina is stoned. What is Alara doing?
I will see her get defensive, and I'll just go into like defensive. Like I'll stand up right next to her,
Okay.
just waiting.
So this creature turns over to Gabriel and is going to bring. Oh.
Oh, God.
Is it the horns? It's the horns, isn't it? Oh. Well, what's going on, little buddy? As he walks over to Gabriel.
You.
Oh, yeah. So,
Like,
now that you have a better look at this person, his skin is smooth, completely, like chiseled from stone, and his eyes have this burning like the sun ember quality to them.
is this where Alara questions her
With
loyalty?
an inky no. With an inky backdrop instead of white. So this constantly coal or like fusion of sun eyes with a backdrop on the backdrp of black. And this hair that seems immune to even the rain. It remains this wispy feather-like quality as he looks down to Gabriel, who of all of you is closest to his height.
Yeah. Well, I will, seeing that Gabe is cowering and like he thinks that you're a devil.
Oh, he's pretty smart.
So you are a devil.
What do you think? And your senses can pick up infernals.
So are my senses telling me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Infernal. Like, I think he's right. What were you trying to give to that man over there? Like the big hulking tall giant.
Oh, that's my business, then I'm willing to share it, but you gotta give me something in return. Isn't that how...
Don't do that, Cass.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just here for a nice conversation with this little guy. Hey, buddy.
Oh God.
Oh, what's up, little rabbit?
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying as a character, as a player that knows what he does to rabbit. That is horrifying.
Oh, he lets go like this, like, although it sounds like, because Dave's saying it, it sounds horrifying. Like, it is not a comforting sound. Like what you expect someone to say when they're going through torture, although it comes with all the non-verbal of him finding Gabriel endearing. He is quite alien in nature, and he reaches out to, like, pet Gabe's head. Like he's a pet.
Gabe lets him and just looks at him with a bit of fascination, and the fear sort of subsides, though he's still wary.
Are you an incubus?
Oh, do you want me to be?
Oh no.
No, no. Incubi and succubi usually have more glamorous features, and they look more chiseled, more attractive, as to
good.
scare people to lull them into false insecurity.
Cass is gonna try to stop Gabe from telling this devil that he is not attractive.
No, I'm saying you are
Saying,
attractive.
he's saying the
That's
exact
what I'm
opposite.
saying.
He's saying he's very attractive. Like,
Oh, okay. Okay.
oh.
Uh, you drew his attention. He said that there was a spark that you created, and Gabe also mends more than creates.
Oh, I can tell. Little Rabbit has a spark for life, don't you, buddy? He just keeps petting Gabe.
What do you mean by that?
Uh, how long have you been with the bunny?
That's irrelevant.
I mean, kind of, isn't it? I mean, you see the stars in the sky, you see the rocks on the ground. It's kind of just obvious, isn't it?
I don't understand.
No, it's don't worry, new star. You'll figure it out in time. So, but little bunny keeps petting.
I was like, what? New search is like, what? Hold on.
He keeps petting. He's like, show me some of your stuff. What are you working on?
I did have one thing, but it kind of didn't go well.
Oh, which also sounds horrifying coming from
Like,
this guy. Well, why don't you show me?
It was a glass bottle that I wanted to give to a cat friend, but it must have been more powerful than I thought, because when it touched it, it kind of blew up. I didn't think it would do that. I didn't know it would do that. If I ever see it again, I really want to apologize, because I didn't really think it would do that.
He bursts into laughter. Oh, he's fine. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the black cat, right?
You know it?
Oh, absolutely. He's one of my employees.
Oh, so are you Agma guy?
I go by many names, young miss, but again, if you're going to ask so many questions, you should really come up with what you're paying for them first. I'm having a conversation with the bunny. I know you're so polarizing, North Star. Just relax for a second.
Gabe will take out the 2 lodestones, and since he wanted to do this anyway, he'll try and mend the sample of dirt that he got. See if that does anything.
Sure. So he's trying to mend the dirt together. So when he's trying to mend the dirt, what is he trying to make out of this?
Yeah.
So what's the spark of creation? If you have literally unshapen clay, you can make anything out of it. What are you trying to make out of this? Mending allows you to form it or return it to its original form.
Return it to its original form.
Okay. So you start to mend it, and you're mending it, and you're not too sure like how, and then this devil puts his hands over yours, and it's like you gotta pulls like a ghost, I guess. It's like just helping his hands a little bit. It's like you got it. You gotta just relax, breathe. And your hands, instead of trying to push things together like you're trying to pack it, he actually starts pulling it across, like separate them. You gotta separate the states. Separate. Yeah. You got it. And then you find in one hand you have the earth, but in this other hand you have this horrifying inky blackness.
Oh, God.
So everyone else sees that Gabe is kind of like working like pottery with the devil. But when he starts saying stop compressing it and starts pulling it across, he's like extracting like a syringe, some sort of like tar out of it. And when Gabe stops focusing so much, he's got tar in one hand and then like clean earth in the other. Now, you're going to want to put things together. I mean, desynthesizing is a very good first step. You're going to come across lots of stuff. Like look, and he sees like a squirrel. It's like, for example, like there's a lot in...
Well, not again.
He recognizes squirrel. Like
Don't leave your squirrel.
He points to squirrel, like lots of energy in that. Or thankfully, he points to the rock. Well, not here too. So taking down the
rock
cord.
elemental, there's a lot of
like you're gonna learn through doing, but that's like try it in different ways, pulling things across. Like look, and then you feel like this. You're mortal, so this hurts your hand. Like you're like you're like holding something toxic.
Can I try and reshape it into divine energy?
So you attempt to reshape it into divine energy. Okay, you start doing that. You start spasming, like you start going into shock.
I was like, okay,
And
no.
the creature, the devil, is just watching. Like, you. No, experimentation is good. He just watches. Like, we'll see this through.
See it
Make a
through the
Constitution
what?
saving throw.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go to him if he's gonna start seizing.
Oh yeah, it's like watching someone going through like an epileptic fit, is what it looks
Yeah,
like.
it's like, dude, stop. This is hurting you.
Okay.
Whack him in the hand to make. I don't know.
Don't like smack it up, like stop it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm like
You
smack him
start
with
you
my
start
staff.
frothing at the mouth, but you can continue to hold on to it if you would like to continue to reshape it.
I'm going to try to smack whatever's in his hand out of his hand so he'll stop. Because frothing at the mouth is concerning for a lot of people.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Contested or just straight?
It depends if you're gonna resist it or not.
Yeah.
Contested then. Okay. That said, yeah. So go ahead, Cashew. You're gonna whack it right out of his hand.
Yeah, so like trying to hold him and stop him, seeing that's not working, I'm gonna like grab his hand and like kind of like smack because I don't want to touch it either. It seems like a bad thing to touch, and try to like smack it out of his hand like behind to like go away.
Go
But you
away.
Yeah.
So you slap it out of his hands, and this tar-like substance hits the ground, and it starts to sizzle it. The devil looks at the two of you. It's advanced stuff, Rabbit. Like, you're taking... So, you can... Maybe not in your current body. I think your current vessel is a little too frail for that just yet. But you're switching the poles. That's a sharp... That takes a lot of energy. Like, the devil goes down and picks it up. And it doesn't seem to harm him at all. It's like... But I really wouldn't have thought about that. And he keeps on, like, he twirls it, like, a little bit and shapes it into a small black pearl. And he hands it over to Gabriel.
I grab
She's
him
like,
by
you
the
don't touch
You
me.
do what?
I grab Gabriel by the wrist right before he's about to touch that.
Okay. So you don't get it. This is like, here you go. Here, have some candy, little child. And you're like, no!
Well, I mean, it's from the same stuff that just made you seize. So no.
Gabriel, you don't take things from these kind of people. You don't
Don't take candy from strangers.
take
Especially one that was willing to watch you almost die.
I've
I
read
could have
about
gotten
them.
it.
No. No.
I mean...
You could have done it, but how would you be afterward?
Well, seeing as how it's probably that last sort of energy that I know nothing about, it would probably consume me. I think it's the same thing that's in Safina, considering that it can absorb positive energy in the same like as a sponge, but I don't really know. I guess I had enough control over it, kinda.
See, really,
Okay,
I don't
so-
feel good.
I think you've got a lot to teach these guys, little bunny. I think they're teaching you.
Well, I think right now that experimenting this in the dark is a bad idea.
How do you know so much about Gabriel?
Puts out his hand. Like, makes the same thing. Like,
Yeah. What do you want in return?
what do you got? Oh! And then
Gabe
for a
will give
moment...
him
Well, as you know, Gabe starts, like, reeling. Alara, he is staring directly in your chestal region.
Oh, he's looking at your boobs. He wants you.
No.
They answer a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
No.
Fair enough. And he looks back to Gabriel.
will pull out his homemade wand of magic detection. It's the first thing I ever made.
Oh, this is precious. And he takes it. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He puts the wand away, like he just got like something for his refrigerator.
This is my kid's first drawing. Look
Well,
at
you your the bunny here has bought you some questions.
Okay, so I mean, the first one, if it was his, and I'm holding Gabe at this point because I'm assuming he's like a frail.
Oh
very
yeah, like
sickly-
someone
just
who's like basically recovered from like a bad cold or flu-like symptom.
Oh.
no, it's like, why? How do you know so much about Gabe?
He the devil runs his hand through his hair, and that's his answer.
Really, the least helpful.
Hey, my hair's white too.
Like I said, you've got a lot to teach these guys. You should be asking questions with their head. Dunk, dunk, dunk. That was a waste of a question. What else you got?
Gabe, do you have any questions for him? Like at this point, Cass is just like, I'm not getting anything out of him. I don't know why I'm asking him questions. So Gabe, you go ahead. You.
My head hurts.
No.
Hey, it's okay. I'm gonna put. I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Thank you.
I feel warm and fuzzy inside now.
That's it. Did that do anything? Why? Or is it just
Roll 20's been slow these past two.
Okay.
Yeah, server side issues.
I clicked it.
Yeah.
I clicked it again.
It's gonna pop up twice in a second. Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, no, there you go. That's why. I forgot that it's at.
Let you choose what level it is. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what I forgot about. Okay, so you get 11 healing.
Full health.
Full health.
Good.
Yay!
She's something that'll kind of like make your brain go with it because this seems like a rare opportunity for him. She's not excited about it, but it is an opportunity.
Why were you looking at my friend?
Friend? Which one's your friend?
He points at Alara.
So New Star there has something very interesting on her. I would say that it is worth quite a bit in trade, if she ever wished to reconsider. And I'm not going to force you. Yet.
No. No.
So when he says
No,
yet, there's
never
definitely like a sinister cold wind from this little 5 foot tall
Oh,
guy.
I feel it. I'm terrified right now.
What is your name?
He takes 2 steps back. Takes a bow. My name is Gig, the creator.
So, for me, because I'm going after the Cult of Gigrath, would Gig actually like register anything?
Yes.
Okay.
At least aligned to your mortal enemy as far as what you're aware of.
And I'll get so you'll see that my body will get significantly more tense. You're like Gigareth?
Not quite.
I don't think we need to ask him any more questions, Gabe.
Oh! Don't be such a stick in the mud, North Star.
My name is not North Star. Why do you keep calling me that?
Some things are free.
That doesn't answer anything.
He walks back to Gabe because
Gig.
starts petting Gabe's fluffy little head.
And he's like in my arms, right? Still. So I'm just like,
Yep. So he's like just being get totally in your personal space. From as close as you are, Cass, he smells like brimstone. Like brimstone
Yeah.
cologne.
Yeah, like everything is like Cass is having a difficult time figuring out what to do because if he is from Gigareth, she is not stupid enough to try to fight him. Like she knows how strong she is. She is not strong enough to take that on, but she does not want to be this close to him. And be like, well, your cult is the reason that many people are dead. So sorry if I'm not as forthcoming to you.
I mean, that cult is the reason why that cult is dead. Quite silly, really. I guess they all have their uses, though. Divine energy is divine energy. He continues to pet Gabriel.
Huh?
I'm kind of like, you know, like when a mother holds their baby, like,
and some, like,
I'm just like,
Agent Smith is like, you have a nice child that you could lose.
it's like, my baby's like,
As a free question, can I ask how many questions we have left?
I mean, technically, we've also asked questions that have not gotten answered. So,
in a hilarious fashion, you know, Gig, who has not introduced himself as Gig, like, does like a magic man. He like takes his finger and goes from like left to right, and then stops it. And you see like a bar of like flaming red. So you have about that many questions left. So he doesn't give you a number. He gives you a bar.
yeah.
Okay.
We didn't actually answer like half our questions.
If we ever
And you're
want,
welcome. He says
That's
back
not-
to Cass.
Like you can see, she's just like getting angry and tense. She's just like, that's so many emotions. I don't want to be here.
I know, you're like, "Ah!" North Star, you are hurting the bunny. Very rude. Petscape.
if we ever need to talk to you again, how can we summon you?
I don't want to summon him. Why would you want to summon him?
Gabriel,
Or
what?
just contact you?
Oh.
Why?
So,
No.
I'd say that first times are extremely important, and then he holds out the black pearl to Gabriel, and really Cass.
Gabriel,
Gabriel, you know what that switch did to your hand.
Gabriel.
I also know that
that's just.
Gig will find you where
That
you
is
are.
Oh my god, that is like a nightmare. Oh my god.
Where you stand or where you sleep.
Oh god, I'm
I also
panic
You
attack.
will
We
find Gig
Sure.
near your feet.
I'll take it.
Alright, it does not hurt you. It is simply much like a pure jet black pearl.
It doesn't hurt.
Mm-mm. I know. You'll work on it. You can keep in mind, you know. I've been at this for a few centuries here. It takes a little bit of time. Your
no.
unafraid nature is gonna take you very far, little bunny.
Oh, Gabriel, what have you done?
Yeah, right. Like Alara and Cass are just like, oh no, why are we still here?
So when I will say this, however, when you do that, when you take the pearl, who has sensitivity? Technically, Safina does, but he's zoned out.
Sensitivity to what?
What's happening? Cass,
Uh-huh.
roll a insight check.
Can I get assistance? It's wisdom.
Oh, new classification.
Oh, well then, natural 20. So just 20s, lots of 20s. So when Gabriel willingly accepts the black pearl from the devil, you notice and feel like flames leaping between their arms just momentarily, and a wave of heat that warms the otherwise cold and dank night. But it goes away like a flash pan.
At that
I mean-
point, like,
A question.
Nothing bad happens. It's just
Right.
a more reaction to the taking the pearl. And Gabriel, you don't feel anything. Like everything feels quite normal to you.
so that scares Cass, to where she like doesn't drop Gabe, but she'll put Gabe down. Like, she's now afraid of what is happening. Like, she'll like put him down. She's like, I can't. And then she'll kind of back away a little bit. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Cass? What's wrong?
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not okay with it. And like, she's actually good. Like, it scares her. Like, she's like backing away. She's like, I can't be here.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Don't you worry yourself, little bunny. Some people are born to fight, and some people are born to run from their problems.
Mr. Gig, with all due respect,
Go ahead, little bunny.
the bravest person I've ever met.
You should really
One of the
ask
bravest.
about who she really is. You might think differently. You've got 2 eyes, little bunny. 2 fluffy little ears. He scratches behind your ears.
Uh,
But acting brave doesn't mean you are brave.
not yet.
That's right, not yet. He's pats. And, he
And
walks
at
away.
that, like, if you're looking at Cass,
Oh, I mean,
at that
Gig
point-
isn't.
oh no, I mean like any like other characters, like that
Looking back.
statement, it is almost like the idea of like there is a fire inside of her chest of just like rage at that statement of just like, and she's trying very hard because she knows it would be very stupid to do anything about that rage. So she's just like,
I put my hand on her shoulder.
Mm-mm.
So, on that note, Alara, roll perception. So, Cass, you're in seething rage, so you feel Alara's hand in your shoulder as in like, hold me back, or hold me back!
like over there.
And then you feel Alara's other hand on your shoulder. Hold me back, hold me back, Alara. You only have 1 hand on her. It's another hand on her shoulder.
This is so concerning on so many levels. But I think it's Alara.
Yes.
Good. It's like, okay, good. Thank you.
I don't have any more questions.
You know how to find me, little bun. And he walks away. Into the woods. Into the woods! Boop, boop.
I grab Gabriel.
When you do that, Cass, you still notice that Alara is still holding on to you with her 2 non-free hands.
So I see that and I can still feel hands. It's like,
Yes.
oh no. I'm just like, Alara,
What did you do? Why did you do that?
It's like I'm like freaking out, like touching my shoulders, like what is happening? What is?
I'm gonna give Gabriel like shaking baby syndrome.
Can I make a constitution
Gabriel!
though so I don't throw up?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not doing it like that. Oh my god, I'm just like,
I mean, it's for the
He's a tiny,
funsies.
he's a tiny little bunny.
Yeah, he's got constitution. Yeah, you're shaking the bunny.
why did you do that?
Information for later.
Do you not understand what that was?
No. Answers later. Cold breath. Answers help. Cass. Maybe Safina too. You.
How are they gonna help me? He's the reason. And also, like during this time, Cass is also like staring around her back, like trying to figure out why she's feeling hands on her, like
I
touching.
mean, it's a
her-
large
Yes.
hand. It completely cups over one of her pauldrons.
Yeah, she's now just completely like many emotions are going through her, confused,
Like,
angry.
doesn't know how to process them all.
Scared.
Yeah, so
Like,
for the
what
sake
is
of the
going-
scene, not that you can react to it that much, considering Alara is shaking Gabriel, Cass is like flustered, but the large creature that was like tall and was in cloth effectively is holding onto Cass's shoulder.
Oh,
He joined in, but no one noticed.
good.
Do I mean, if I turn around and I look at Kat, like,
I mean, while you're baby shaking Gabe, yeah, you'll see him.
I'll be like,
Great.
"Oh,
Who are you?
Cass?
I just like taking so many deep breaths. It's like, what is that? Who are you?
Who are you?
I really want to know."
Like, cause she's like kind of taken back. She's like, who?
Yep. So now that you're closer to this figure, it's like there's no speck of skin exposed on this person. You do see a pair of violet eyes looking at you, though.
Know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. Yeah, violet eyes. Yeah, the Targaryens. Could be. I don't know.
So he's staring at you. Definitely a he.
Damn it. God damn. Who? Why? Who are you? Were you? What? Like she's like trying to like calm her breath because does she feel threatened by him at all, or is he just kind of like a?
No, not threatened. And as you're asking questions like a frantic person, he's just staring at you.
Not using words.
Not using words.
Okay. Or do you work with Gig?
Takes out the thing from a pouch, and he looks at it, and it's a clock. It's a watch, and it's going tick 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 tick. Although it doesn't have time per se, like the 12 hours in the day, like a stopwatch.
He was saying something about this going to 0. Are you okay?
I have places that I need to be. He's got this deep, somber voice.
Were you trying to hold me back from fighting him?
It did seem like you were about to get yourself killed, or need an excuse why to hold back.
I did. Thank you. I don't like him at all, but I'm not stupid enough to fight him.
He just stares at you.
Can I get your name? No, that like she's like trying to calm down, just like deep breath.
He thinks for a moment. Yeah. Tarkin.
Oh.
Tarkin?
Tarkin.
Interesting. Thank you. I'm Cassandra Avon.
Avon.
Yes.
He looks at you curiously, and then looks at the other members of your party.
This is Alara, and I am not going to be able to say your last name. I know there's a lot of vowels.
Duanania.
Yep, there it is. And this is Gabriel, who seems to hit it off with Gig. Please don't throw up.
As you say the word gig, you hear a strum.
God damn it.
Then Cliff of Dover starts playing in the background from a guitar somewhere in the woods.
That is so creepy.
Like,
Like this is like, oh man, that's like that's pretty cool.
you said that you have things that you need to accomplish. Do you mind me asking what they are?
He looks at the thing in his hand. I have a condition that I need to fix. What about yourself? Why are you... And he looks to Safina, who doesn't have an introduction to yet. What are you here for?
Safina, who is unfortunately pretty catatonic at this moment, he's looking for Solsera, and we were told that she was in this building.
That is a thing. Do you know what this building is?
Not really.
Man in Cloth goes in exposition mode. He takes a step away.
Listen to my tale.
Listen to my tale. I will tell you my condition is listen to my tale. He walks away for a moment and gestures to the large building in front of you. A long time ago, people built things here. They could do anything. You could split a god in half. You could kill a god. You could forge extreme weapons. You could create and destroy wonderful things. And it fell under the weight of its own threat. That is a very dangerous building.
Did they create something that's still in there?
It creates things that remain in there.
God-killing things.
Perhaps.
Why would someone go in that building?
Why would someone go to a blacksmith's forge? People need horseshoes, kitchen knives, swords.
So Solsera might be looking for a weapon.
Or a shield. What is Solsera doing?
We don't know.
He turns back around and walks back.
We just know that it's personal business. Safina hasn't told us much. I'm not sure if he even knows.
So, am I to believe that a party of 4... And he looks over the rather, motley crew. There's no real creed that binds you. The 4 of you are looking for a monastic leader here.
Well, Alara is looking for Starset Lake, and I don't know if you've heard of that. But we are mainly here to help each other find what we're looking for, and Solsera was what Safina was looking for. I'm just here to help them not die.
Gabriel, you've been literally shooken up a bit. Make a perception check.
Okay.
And Alara, I need you to make a religion check.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, what?
Man, dice hate you. Like all these 20s and then...
Color?
I don't even have the roller on it. I just click on it and it rolls.
Oh, that's why. It knew.
So, Gabriel, you notice that much like when there was that spark of creation, you feel like there is a certain dissonance with the elements around Tarkin just at a split moment. More like when you're tearing a piece of paper, just really quickly as you're going through a book, just tearing a piece and moving on. It's sharp and unsettling, but fleeting. Tarkin continues with Cass. It's dangerous. Are you prepared?
Probably not, but at this point it is something that we're doing together. So if we work together, we can make it through.
That's very naive.
I know. And she's very aware that's a naive statement. She's like, this is what they need to do. We're going to try our best.
The creature takes a deep breath. There is a forge in the Dawn Forges. He points back to the building. Some of them are closed. Some of them are open. All of them require you to pay to get in.
Pay how?
It depends on the forge. You pay a forge iron to get a dagger. You pay the ground seeds to get fruit. I will admit that I'm not sure. But I know that if there's a place in Aurora that can help me, it's here. And I am. And then Gabriel, roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh. To give it throw up.
You're caught off guard by the next tear because it's much louder than before. You don't suffer any damage, but it feels like a loud sound that's in your head for a moment. As when Tarkin is talking to Cass, he cracks like porcelain and then just vanishes like a ghost that went to a different plane.
What?
In the middle of talking
I
to her.
hold my ears and I just start shaking my head.
So he just like blipped out of existence?
Yeah, like the blink spell.
Okay. And Cass can be like, what the?
But it looked not as graceful, more pretty painful, like being ripped out of existence.
Like being like torn versus like choosing.
Yeah.
That's not.
Okay, girl? What's wrong?
No, that guy, Tarkin was. He didn't seem right. The elements were in discord.
Maybe that's why he's here.
I think it has something to do with why he needed that clock.
He did say he had a condition.
Ow.
Is there a condition that you know of that has to do with the elements?
You know what? Roll Arcana. It's super obscure, but you've been rolling a lot of crits today.
You can do it! I believe in you! You kind of did it!
A condition that deals with the elements. I mean, the basic, the idea of like abjuration and conjuration, vulnerability and resistance and immunity to elements. So there are diseases in Aurora that could affect you, kind of like the plague. It would make sense with all the bandages. Like
So in
Sundew,
theory,
for example, like Sundew sickness that Mig's suffering from is kind of like a magical plague.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I know he had like the bandages on him. Is it like a skin condition? Because like he's not communicating this to me, so I'm just like, does he have like a weird?
I don't know. There are a lot of magical diseases.
Okay. So seeing that like he blinked, I'm just trying to think like would I think that he would pop back, or like do I think that we should keep moving, or should we wait for him to pop back?
Cass has seen combat magic before, so if it was the blink spell, you'd expect him to be back within the next minute or so.
Okay. So I'll have them wait just for like a minute, just to see if he's gonna pop back, because she does want to help him, because he seems in pain, and he did refuse what Gig was trying to do. So in her book eyes, that's good.
Okay. That's what you believe. You wait a minute, but he hasn't come back.
It's like I don't know if he's coming back. We may see him in the forges, but I would like to help him if we see him again.
I'm concerned. This just seems like it's something extremely dangerous in there. And if he's talking to Gig,
I think he's talking to Gig about his infliction. I'm just saying that if we go in there and we see him, I don't know what to my knowledge, all we're doing is going into that building to talk to Solsera.
Can I get a read on the building? Like, try to attune to it, see how much, what energy it might be radiating?
You can, however, you're going to need to use all of your senses. You're going to have to touch it.
I might be able to get a read on the building, but I'll need to touch it.
We have not been doing the greatest with touching things. It's not wrong, and you know it. We have not been doing the greatest as a team.
It's up to you guys. I was just giving it
And we're where we're standing, right? So it's still a distance away. Well, let's move toward it. Try to avoid these graves. And if you think that touching it will help, then we'll have you touch it.
Cass,
Good.
I did it because I thought that he could help you. I mean, he could give you answers. Maybe, I don't know, point out points of where the cult is. Maybe
his cult? No, I don't want answers from Gig as to where his cult is. Okay. You two have a lot of similarities that I know makes you very curious, but it's also very scary.
So you're afraid of me?
I'm not afraid of you. I'm a little worried that if you keep reaching out to him, I'm worried to what you're going to become.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go touch a building. I think that's gonna move forward. Like,
Laura, can you put me down? I'll try and guide Sapino along.
Okay. Boo, 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 boo. As you get closer to that corner of the building, you notice Elias.
Oh.
Oh,
or you just jump right in. It's like, you notice this! Yay! Just swan dives into it. One of the largest supporting pillars that goes straight up to support a like a Greco-Roman sort pantheonic top, like a big old A frame at the top. It's made of stone. You notice at least one of those pillars is no longer functioning as a pillar, and large stone statues guard the place with their large stone swords, as though they're eternally watching these grounds.
It's be like a Harry Potter thing. We're gonna make them come to life and fight for the building. Hogwarts.
Always wanted to use that spell. So at the corner appears to be this small orb, like a large dew of water that sheens more like a bubble, like blowing bubbles. But the center is white light, a lot like your light spell, Cass. And outside of it is these wonderful rings, like rings of Saturn, but have made of like more of a dusty material. And these motes also wisp up like cinders, sparking the area to life in wonderful colors that are more warm toned, like yellow and red and orange. Every now and then, a cool tone brushes in it, giving it more of a violent sheen, like a good cold blue color mixing in. It's very, very enthralling. So as you guys all approach that, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, that's great. Why am I laughing?
Okay.
Good.
So Gabriel,
Can-
even though you swan dived into it, everyone else is hypnotized.
I'm like, can Alara help? No, probably not.
Hypnotized by this pattern. As you are mentally moving so fast that you acknowledge it for being a very hypnotic-like pattern, but you got other things on your mind. Your party, however, does not, except for Safina, who always looks like he's currently in a hypnotic pattern. Sorry, Connor. Can't wait for you to be back.
That's cool. And then I turn it. Guys? Bottle up.
I imagine we're just staring at it.
Yep,
Yeah.
just staring at it like watching a YouTube clip that you just can't break away from.
I poke Alara's knee. Lara? Lara?
Poking a knee won't do it. She's got like
Arrow
heavy armor on.
I jump up and just tug on her arm. You know.
All right, like a kid being like, "Pay attention to me." All right, that'll do it. So, Cash, you're broken from your
Now I'm doing that
entertainment.
to Alara.
No, he's doing that to Alara.
Oh
He's
yeah.
doing that to me.
Also, so Laura, same thing. Like you're enthralled. You're thinking of like when you have like a nice starry night, like oh the stars. You get lost in thought for a moment, and you're brought back to reality by Gabe. That was a nice mental break.
Yeah. Yes.
You were staring for a very long time. You look like Cass.
Who is
I
currently
look
still
over.
zombied out? Yeah.
Look at
Okay.
it.
And I grab her on the shoulder and I just like shake her really hard.
All right. You baby shake for an adult woman, and Cass, you're broken out of it as well.
Hey, hello.
Hi. Hello.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Should I not be fine?
I looked at Gabriel like really confused.
Because like I mentioned to her, like she didn't realize that she was spacing out. So she's just like,
You both spaced out. Kind of look like Safina, staring up at the lights. and
oh,
the
that's
s-
concerning.
The rings and this.
I don't want to look at it again because I don't want to get stuck in that again. So I'm gonna kind of like averting my eyes, like kind of sideways down, like okay, well, that's not good. Gabe, you said you wanted to touch the building.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the light.
I mean, I was... Okay. So Gabe's gonna... Right, where this is the front of it, right? Where my token is?
Yes.
Like, sort of the entrance.
That's sort of the entrance point, right?
Okay. So Gabe's gonna drag Safina. Then when we get to the floor, he's gonna sit on the floor and just touch it.
Okay.
Just like, eh.
You touch the floor. Make an Arcana check.
Alrighty.
All right.
Oh.
15. You notice that as you touched it, the little sparks go from your hand into the divots between the tiling that's there. And although there is plenty of foliage, leaves, moss, footprints in there, a spark of light goes through, blue, as you go through it. You feel as though this place is humming with energy. It has almost a frequency that ties into the earth that's right next into it, like a pacemaker, something that is artificial but working with something organic and with a power source. So when you do that and start figuring things out for just a moment, so you're going to want to make sure that you check the screen because it's going to flicker for just a second. You'll also see it light up for just a moment, pretty far out.
Dad. Yeah, I missed it. Oh well.
I make sure you can actually see it.
I'm zooming all the way out.
Zooms and all the way out. Yeah, it's a dim view. You should see it. Like the platform itself has dim view light on it, with one big old weird centerpiece. Yeah, like that's the view. For a moment, it lights up in a very dim light, and that fades. So now it goes the fuck away. Boom.
Okay. So, seeing that, Gabe will turn to everyone else, and he will say, I will say, so, I think I might be able to activate this place.
Do we want to activate it?
I didn't say we would want it to,
Okay.
but
Like,
and probably. I'm very curious to see what happened if I did.
Just like,
what might happen? I mean,
I don't know. But when I touched it, I'm gonna call their attention to the floor. I'm gonna touch it again. See
Okay.
if it happens again.
Yeah. When you focus into it, you can keep it like that faint light kept up, which I will turn back on.
I can do that. See it? You see it?
I don't know what's okay.
Let's see if this makes it a little bit better. There you go. So you can start seeing more into the large platform, which was previously dark, nothing illuminating it. You can see what's out there. And as he continues to focus on it, it continues to go out even further into the Dawn Forges.
Interesting. Is this like a what is that?
I mean, what is that? The area?
I'm pinging it. Yeah, like is that like a ground is disheveled kind of thing, or is that like a creepy web mass?
That looks like you can't really tell from the amount of light you're getting, but it looks like cracks.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go in?
I mean, when you're touching it, because like, do we see the light that's happening between his fingers when he goes like down to touch it?
Yeah, while he focuses, you can see like it, like almost electricity is rolling off of him, like very gently and going into the floor and rolling and giving a little bit of light.
Okay, so he's choosing to do that. I just want to make sure that we're not going to step on there and get electrocuted as we step on.
He is
ground.
choosing to do so, and it does not seem like he is electrocuting himself or other people.
Okay.
That said, Alara perception for hazards, because I feel as though. No,
no!
what the hell?
No, just kidding. Everything seems normal. Carry on.
I'm just like, my brain right now is just going.
I mean, after almost getting killed, it's fair. It was not even like an hour or two ago.
No, it's
Then you're hypnotized. Someone was staring at your regions, and you wouldn't.
He was looking at your.
Why do you have to make it so weird?
I don't know. So I'm trying not to say pennant, but there's no other way to put it.
I'm gonna step onto the tiles and see what happens.
Okay. You step onto the tiles. You're not concentrating on it anymore, so by now the light has faded. It does not return when you step on it.
Hmm.
So you are, to Cass's theory, not electrifying the floor.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's promising.
So I'm gonna step on.
And then when Cass immediately does that, I need a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it! Every time. It's like Gabe seems fine. I need to just not assume that if Gabe is fine, that I'll be fine. That is no longer a safe assumption.
Okay.
God damn!
Oh, you take 0 damage. Just kidding.
Oh my god!
Nope, 18.
Oh.
So you step in.
I'm gonna pass out. Nope, not yet.
So this thing has energy crafting around the pillar, and when you step there and past Gabriel, you don't even notice as, like a Tesla coil, electricity leaps from it and strikes you right in the chest for 18 points of lightning damage.
Yep, and I'm gonna be, because I'm wearing like full everything, so I'm gonna be back knocked out and be like,
Yes.
God damn it. I just can't. I don't know what you've got going on, but like, I can't trust things not reacting to you anymore. Like, she's like saying this out loud, because at this point, she's now done 2 things that Gabe has done and has been fine with. She's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you, and why normal people.
So, are you staying where you are as you tell the party this?
I don't know. She, like, I imagine, like, she gets electrified, so she gets pushed back here and is, like, on the floor.
Okay.
Just, like, laying there, like,
You guys start hearing a...
and so she's gonna back away. She's gonna try to get, like, away from... Run! Run!
Gabriel, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know!
Yay.
Yeah, I should.
As you are there, trying to figure your shit out, not too far from where Cass was when she was struck by lightning, the Tesla coil-like pillar arcs out and strikes Gabe for 11 points of electrical damage.
Okay, so let's get away from the... You acted... Okay, so, like, Cass is just like, get the fuck away from this.
Maybe
I kind of like help Gabriel. Okay, we are going to get out of here.
Cass is, like, hiding behind a pillar.
I pick
She's just like,
him up and I carry him back to Cass.
Wait, no.
I stop. What?
I have an idea.
can we talk about it away from the electrifying thing? Like,
Yes.
she's, like, yelling from behind the pillar. Like, can we talk about it over here? I don't
Yes.
feel...
Meanwhile, Sophia just moseys around to wherever you guys are going. Just like weekends at Bernie's.
Well, that was something.
Yeah. So, you... How... question, like... For, like, tactical reasons, myself.
Yes.
Was that electrifying thing not... Was it doing anything before Gabe touched the ground? Like, to see, like, say that he could, like, activate it?
It. Go ahead and roll insight, as you
Insight.
have a soldier's background.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if I logically assume that when Gabe did that, it activated that, like, turning on.
I think the Arcana piece, no, you're not going to get a thing for.
Unless Alara wants to assist.
Yeah, totally.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge.
Stop making it weird! I got
So
that.
I gotta remember, like I don't process it as a wisdom or whatever on the spot. I'm gonna make myself a cheat sheet.
Yeah, good. So your insight normally doesn't lean into just crits for days, guys. The magical awareness, more defenses, like battlements sort of things. That if you get within a certain range of a defensive position, something can attack you, like the maximum range of a bow. You can assume that based off of that 22, that's definitely has something to do with the energy on that platform, piecing together what Gabe said about this place kind of like being alive. Actually, I don't know if Gabe relayed that information.
Not really.
So in that case, you imagine it's got to do with magic because of what Tarkin said, that this place is really fucking dangerous.
Did I get any idea of the range of like safety?
Where you were, roughly. So like you'd have to, based off of that, you'd assume that you do not get close to that fucking thing.
Okay. Alara, I need you to do me a very potentially dangerous favor.
Okay.
Okay. We need to figure out how close we can get to that before it starts electrifying. You have the most health currently and are with us mentally.
You're asking her.
No, I'm asking her. So all I need you to do is walk onto the platform at close to the statues. If you hear it making a sound, get away. Like, just, yes, Gabe.
It only struck when you got on it. When I first stepped on it, I didn't get hit. It was only when I got closer to you. So I'm guessing the line was probably wherever you were standing.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's one big tile trap.
I should heal you.
I think at this point we need to rest.
We
more
do
than
need to
just
rest.
healing. Like at this point, I'm like, I have 5 hit points left. I would like to.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe we should just. It's been a long day. Maybe we should just hang out for a minute, and then we can
hang out, not look at that light. Just keep looking forward. Don't step on the tile too much. This is fine. There's a whole bunch of undead moving. Okay. I have an idea.
All right, you will play that out for a second after attack.
So, in theory, this is more like we were able to be like here and here without getting struck by electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since I know that I've sensed like undead could move in that graveyard, what if we keep very tight, just like right here, just these 4 spaces, take a long rest, so that if the undead maybe try to come towards us, they'll get stuck in the electrifying zap.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But I'm worried though, if we do go in there and you get struck again. So I should heal you anyway. Just in case.
Just in case. Like, I will not object to more healing.
Okay.
Cass has had her ass handed to her multiple times today. She's just like, I am.
Yeah. And I was also working on a new. I was piecing together a new spell. Kinda. Well, I already knew it. I just never tested it before.
A poopy ass roll, man. But
Yeah.
So is that 9?
9.
9.
I see that you have went back onto the board.
Oh, this was a talking thing.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
back here. Like planning, because we're thinking, what if we rest? Like when we were there, we seemed okay.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to figure out, we need to rest.
I would like to remind that you do have the feeling of undead. And
yes, and that's actually what we were talking about.
Okay. As long as your character would still remember these feelings.
Mm-hmm.
What new spell was it you were saying, Gabriel?
It's kind of like an alarm where I can like make an area around us, so if anything gets in, it'll wake me up and I'll know. Then I can tell you guys.
Oh, well, that's kind of handy. Yeah, I'm sure that will be useful. Uh,
Let's see if we can get further. And like, she's gonna start going this way. Like, I think.
I should go first.
Like, I think we can go here and be fine. And she's gonna stand there and listen.
Oh, Jesus!
She's listening first. If she hears anything, she's gonna move, like any sort of like spark. But she's gonna stand there because she thinks that's safe.
Okay, you stand there, staring at this Tesla coil,
And listen,
like,
yeah, like
pillar. You hear a hum, but it doesn't get louder. It does not get softer. It does not strike you with lightning.
okay. I'm gonna move one forward. Like she's doing very cautiously, just like I know there's a perimeter. I just don't know where. And so it was like
I should really be doing this.
All right. Cass is pleading with you, or Alara is pleading with Cass.
Are you sure?
I would rather it be me. I don't want you to get struck again. I think I'll be okay.
Okay. We just need to see if we can get far enough in here to be protected from the undead.
Okay. I'll try to trade places with you.
Well, yeah, you can I imagine like hug, yeah, and then get in front of me.
Okay. Like doing like a little shuffle.
Yep. Like as
like there's not enough room for people to actually go in the little narrow areas, so they like do a sideways shuffle.
like, all right, we know we're safe in this little area.
Okay. Alara, you get where you're currently located, which is past Cass. No problems. No lightning.
Okay.
No indicators of instant death.
This is gonna be like the slowest. Like, this is your encounter. Walking into a building.
Walking in a straight line.
Go for
Alara,
it.
I need a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no, because you're near the statue.
Come on, roll!
You got this!
Ay.
Yeah!
15. You are keeping your focus for the most part on the thing that could potentially burn a hole through, your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
But you do, however, hear the grinding of stone on stone behind you.
Okay.
Like if a stone door was moving against a stone ground. Like...
Do any of us hear this?
No, it's pretty low, all things considered.
Where is it coming from?
Behind you, and behind you I mean south. From the statue-esque region.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Great.
Do I see anything
You break your
with the
focus away from
statue? Is the statue moving?
Do you stare at it?
Yeah, it's like more like, do you break your focus to look at it?
Yep. Do you break your focus to look at the statue?
Yeah. I back up.
No, not too far. No, like no. Okay.
Oh no! With a panic in your voice, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics or a
Okay.
dex saving if you don't have acrobatics, whichever's better, dex save or acrobatics.
Ooh, they're the same. It wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Bro.
All right, Alara, you freak out, and you're like no, and you go back and you fall like basically on your ass backwards.
Oof.
So you're prone, but fortunately Cass isn't too far away, so she just
Nope.
watches you freak out and like fall like so many memes just back, just from being freaked out.
The statue. Ow.
A reoccurring thing with Alara and like things made of stone, you don't notice anything different about it, Cass.
Great. Good.
Yeah, it's moving. With a sword.
Like,
Oh, come on! You can. Well, look at it.
Maybe.
Look at it. And it looks normal. It looks
It
just
looks
like
normal.
a normal.
Yeah, it looks normal.
What does it look like to me right now? Is
It looks. Yeah. And it's an asshole statue because it looks like it's exactly the way it was before. Just sanctimonious soldier holding a sword, great sword. Pointed down at the ground. Eternal Sentinel looking thing.
Maybe the stress of being ahead has gotten to you, but it's okay.
I can do this. We can do.
How about why don't you move around it? See if you can move to the left a little bit.
I stand up. And brush
And like
off
Cass is
my.
trying to figure out. She's like, "What do I worry about now? The maybe moving, not moving statue." Because last time Alara did say something was moving, and Cass did not believe her. It did end up moving.
It's true. It's true.
Sure. I will. Can I try and go behind it? The statue?
Yeah, you can try to go behind it.
I'll do just that.
Okay.
It's like going. Do we hear any, or does she hear anything as she's?
Or perception.
You got this.
Come on.
What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Held
You do not hear any moving from the statue. No grinding of stone.
Okay. So do we need to move behind it? Is this going to be a good movement of action?
I think so. Keep
Okay.
going.
Also,
Okay.
Gabe, why are you not following us?
You didn't say so.
Please do.
Okay. Come on, Sabina.
Like a dog. Come on, Safina. Come, let's go.
Okay. Alar, as you cross over towards the next statue, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. You step in the centerpiece right here, going from one statue to the next. And when you do, you hear like a crack, like someone takes a knife, like an ice pick, to a block of ice. And the surface that you're on, which is still a bit wet from the outside wind gushing in, is now as slick as ice. And you start skating a bit. You're able to avoid falling, but you are very gently being pushed south in this general direction. You don't fall, but you are being gently pushed out to out towards the graveyard.
Out towards the graveyard, which is bad.
So time matters now. What is your initial reaction to becoming on a completely frictionless surface, keeping your balance, and being like air hockeyed south?
I will.
Like time
Fuck.
matters.
I'm trying to I don't know, put my quarterstaff and to try to
3.
in the ground.
Okay, you put your quarterstaff on the ground and keep yourself stable as you begin to float south.
Oh shit.
You're still going.
I'm
still
going to,
going
if I see the
in
chest,
grass?
I'm going to try
Yeah.
to grab
So now the surface beneath you is just normal mud mostly.
but you're moving.
But now you're still like gliding south. You notice that your feet aren't touching the ground, like levitating inches off of the ground.
Oh! So seeing Alara levitate, Cass is going to try to grab her to stop her from whatever is going on.
Do you move your token to show exactly how you position your body to do this?
So, okay, so Alara was here, right? When she
She
started
was
getting pulled.
going towards there, and
Gotcha,
then,
so she was here.
correct.
So I'm going to step onto the ground,
Okay.
not onto that step, and then try to grab her.
Okay.
Like step out and be like, no.
Make an athletics check. 12. Okay, you grab her.
Do I feel like a force pulling her?
A
Or-
very gentle force. Yeah, like the equivalent of like if Gabe was behind her and just like gently pushing her, and she was like on ice and just kind of like pushing her on a sled. Like that amount of force. Not a lot. Not a dangerous amount of force at all.
But I'm not touching the ice, though.
You're not touching the ground at all now. So you're not touching
Yeah.
anything with friction. You're just kind of like gently drifting away.
Which is that's a concerning thing to see. Like, don't mind me. Just gonna. And I'll like hold her, like, what? Okay. And I'm gonna see if I can like pull her close to me and kind of like, almost like grab her like feet on the ground.
If you force her down, her feet will touch the ground.
Okay. Not like throwing her into the mud, but like feet down.
Right. If you like grab her and be like, if I press down, like putting a balloon underwater or ice underwater, she'll touch the ground and she won't bounce back up. Her feet will be back on the ground.
That was my question. Like, if I let go, she'll be like, and back.
Yeah.
up.
Once you release, feet are on the ground. You now have the benefit of friction, so you can walk again.
Am I being pulled still?
Nope.
Hey, Gabe,
Mhm.
can you look at this one tile?
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I know I should be concerned, but that was kind of cool.
except it was floating you towards undead.
I know, but I never floated before.
Oh, okay.
I will look at the tile.
I need you to be very specific on how you are looking at this tile. Are you with just with your
Okay.
eyeballs?
Yes.
Okay, you glance. You look at this tile with your eyeballs. This is more. We're gonna go with investigation. Do an investigation check.
I'm good at those.
In any way, like
It is an intelligence-based check.
So new
But you can
constellation will
assist
work,
it.
right?
It does. Yes. So you start using your eyeballs. And you start investigating it. You notice that although this is like everything here, very nice, symmetric, cube land. Like these people really enjoy symmetry. There's a lot of dirt and dust, but you notice that there are runes hewn into pieces of the stone. You can't get a good read on all of them because, again, there are things on top of the stone, but there is absolutely a word or a glyph of some sort in that area.
Oh,
You
God
stepped
damn
on
it.
a rune.
You know what that means, though? Hold on. Like, Cass seeing that, she'll be like, shit. And she's gonna, on the normal ground, not the tile.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna move over to this other open area. And she'll be like, Gabe, come over here. And then she's
Okay.
gonna ask him to look at this tile here. Like, is it
Yeah.
the same rune?
Be right there. I'm gonna look.
Boop, boop, boop.
Or like, is there a rune here?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Yeah.
With hopefully Alara's assistance.
Yes, yeah.
24. Yes, there is.
Yep.
We can't go behind the statues because then we can't be inside. So we have to go in front of the statues if we want to get inside.
What about over there? And he'll point to that one. Like that space, since it seems wider than the others.
I mean, do you want to look? You can look.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna walk over and investigate.
Go investigate.
Huh?
This one looks safe.
Oh, God.
It looks safe.
All right. Alara, let's try there.
Okay.
And, like, Cass is just preparing herself to, like, be a human barrier. Just like, all right, we're going in.
I look back to them and then I just step on the square.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I was wrong. I was horribly wrong.
I know.
You rolled a bad, like, it's one of those things you're like, I see that's a bad investigation, but there's no reason that we would think otherwise. All right.
Okay. The good news is that you step on this and you get the familiar motion of, oh, okay. moss, debris, little tiny rocks, friction. Nope. In a ripple in a moment, this thing is exactly like glass.
God damn it.
You find yourself again, frictionless, holding your balance.
Does she run into Cass? Because, Cass, it's like right behind her, like, I'm ready.
Nope.
Ready to stop.
No. So unlike last time, which is a gentle push off, you are blasted like a gust in a westerly direction. So you see her shot like an air cannon to the west.
Oh God.
So she is shot like an air cannon to the west to this thing.
Oh God.
You have a moment to respond. So you're shot like an air cannon. You're going towards the next room, which you know exists. How do you react then? Time is of the essence. How does Alara react? You're being shot like an air cannon.
Can I try to wedge my quarterstaff as I'm passing by one of the statues to see if I can catch myself?
You absolutely can. Athletics check, please.
With the quarterstaff though, not with my hands.
I'll just
Athletics?
It's an athletics check. Yes.
Oh.
13. All right, so you use your quarterstaff to try to wedge into the legs of one of these stone statues. You whack it. Now you're spinning around like a top with your quarterstaff out.
Oh
no! You hit this next one, and you are hit like another air cannon going twice as fast.
Oh God! Cass is running after you as this happens. He's like, no! Hold on.
Come on, Tafina.
And then you are gently pushed to the south.
I mean, that's nice. They gently
until
push
you
there.
go full throttle into the middle of this thing.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh God! Oh no!
And now you're just very fastly whipping around the ball of light like you're a moon or a satellite to a sun. And her quarterstaff is like.
Please take this.
Make a Constitution saving throw to not throw up.
And the only thing that Cass can think is she
you hold your launcher down.
She's gonna hold out her shield in the path of Alara until she just smacks into it. She's like, okay.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Cass, give me Constitution saving throws. Start with the first one.
Me give a Constitution saving
Yeah, because you're effectively slowing her down through absorbing it with your shield. Okay, give me another one.
Centrifuge.
Yep. You're bung, 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 making a lot of noise. A lot of noise, I might add. Okay, one more Constitution saving throw. Okay. You do a great job of breaking down the physics here of just having her hit like a fan with your finger when you put your finger in it until she slows down and she's just gently spinning around now.
And I'm gonna take that opportunity to grab her and pull her out and be like, and go.
And she's fine, if not extremely disoriented.
Okay, so I stand by the statement that we have to go inside. We can't trust those tiles. Are you okay?
I am okay. But there's 6 of you.
Do you need to throw up? Do you need to?
No, I'm okay. Let's not do that again.
I agree.
That's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have to go in front of the statues that you said were moving.
Correct.
Okay.
The pillars seem to be safe.
Hmm?
The pillars. And Gabe will point to the pillars next to the statue. So right here. Oops. Right there.
I don't think we can technically.
Right there.
So the concern that I have is that we pointed out the things that you noticed. So who is to say that the area that seems safe to you is not just something that you have not noticed?
Well, we haven't checked.
We
They
checked
walk over?
before, though.
Check that spot right there. You'll check the spot right there.
Okay, you check the spot right there. Roll investigation.
Like, the thing is, like, Cat's like, even if we check, like, you didn't see the other one. It doesn't...
Looks safe.
This one looks safe.
The other one looks safe.
Dave's gonna put a rock on it. Just put a rock on that tile.
Drop a rock in that tile, nothing happens.
Drop a rock on one
Okay.
of the other tiles. Because we have not done
Gabe
that
will
test.
drop.
That means nothing
Gabe
to
will
me.
drop a rock on the tile that he saw before. So this one.
Drop a rock, nothing happens.
Okay.
It's like, not a good test. I think we need to go inside, and she'll start going this way. Like, I think we have to do it this way.
Okay. Come on, Spina.
And knowing that Alara is convinced that these are going to come to life, she's going to try. Oh dear God! Just don't get electrocuted yet. Moving one step this way, and listening for the electricity.
Which row of tile did you touch when you lit up the when that light showed up, Gabriel?
The one you're standing on.
So, are you sure you want to do that, Cass?
Never am I sure if I want to do anything, especially when there's electricity. So what she'll do, okay, again, like all of her focus is on the electricity thing. So if she
Yep.
hears it like starting to hum higher, she'll step back.
Okay, roll insight.
Okay, that's fair. Can I get some wisdom assistance?
Yeah, new constellation. Sorry.
Oof.
Then
All right. You keep in mind that the sound, when you hear it before it strikes you, or with the initial strike, you don't have that much time to react to it. It's after it's struck and it's charging back up.
Gotcha, that you can hear it. So listening to it would be... God,
Can you, Gabriel, that thing you did where you lit up the floor or the light in the... Can you do that same thing but on a different row of tiles? And get the same effect?
Oh, I get it.
But like, how
Dave's
close?
gonna touch the ground and see if he can make a safe path. See if he'll show a safe path to everything.
Interesting. All right. With that in your heart and in your mind, I need you to do a skill encounter.
Ruh-roh.
So,
Yeah, we gonna do
Gabe focusing on, like, I wish to create a safe path. Your Lupus Renaissance kicks in. Give me an art. So, although Gabe is doing what he feels is the same thing, everyone else notices that the stones are, like, gibbling a little bit, like they're shaking.
Oh no.
Let's start it off. First off, an Arcana check.
Can I...
Yeah, so everyone, it appears to be working in that it's lighting up the room once more. Well, how does everyone else react, with the exception of Safina, to what he is doing?
Kaz is going to back off of the tiles that are wiggling.
I'll follow suit.
He's like, let's get off of the... Nope, don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Stay over here. Get on Kaz's side. There we go. Like, we don't go too close to that thing.
Okay. Okay, roll another Arcana check. So you put some life into this thing. You see little crackles of energy going through the tiles themselves. Now you see the runes that were on the perimeter. You see them flash for a moment, and they have like this very big like firefly effect, in that they light up and they fade away, light up and they fade away. You see the large Tesla coil, the whole entire thing, like ripple like a spiral up and down. So you can see the electricity very, very clearly. Give me another Arcana check.
I cast guidance on him right now. I put my hands on his little shoulder.
All right.
And I
1d4 with your guidance.
Okay.
Okay. So far, so good. Go. You notice the statues themselves begin to light up. Every single one of them. But the way that they light up is a lot slower. So, those that are not Gabe, now it's your turn
Oh.
to piece this together.
Okay.
You can use Arcana to attempt to understand the magic that he is effectively lighting up for you to understand why it's working this way.
Nope.
You can use Insight to just say, I don't know how it works, but I think it works like this. You can suggest a different skill entirely.
me,
What do
me,
you-
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
Would my new constellation, because it talks about patterns, be useful here?
Yes. Because of New Constellation, regardless of what you choose, any skill, regardless of intelligence or wisdom, it will get advantage with New Constellation as you are detecting a pattern.
Would it be advantage for her as well?
Yes, in this case, is also her.
But you should roll something because I think your insight or arcana are higher than me. Mine's only at +2 for insight.
Yeah, Insight and Arcana are the most obvious types of checks. There's also potential tool checks, investigation, and let's see here, what else would make the most sense? And in this case, nope, religion would not make sense, nor nature.
Yeah.
Arcana would be the best for me.
Okay.
Then I would say roll it because mine. The tools I'm proficient in are land vehicles and playing cards. So if you want.
All right, 20. All right, you piece it all together.
Yay!
What you piece together is that it is the frequency of which these things are lighting up that are the most important. The firefly-like effects of the runes are very fast, and had you go anywhere near that, it's not going to work out. They'll immediately pop and catch. The same thing with the frequency of the Tesla. But these stone statues are extremely slow, to the point that if you time it right, you can get past them before they activate.
Ooh. Okay. Shit. Problem is Safina.
That is true. You may have to wait until he comes, too.
Which I think we're gonna have to do because we can't control how fast he goes.
Right, it would definitely put him at risk.
Yeah. And we need. Oh shit.
You might want to tell Gabe to stop concentrating on it.
Yeah,
Because while you guys think that out, let me finish up these rolls, because you don't stop him. And he can't provide more information.
yeah. Like, and now at whatever point, like they'll be like, okay, Gabe, we got it. Thank you.
Gabriel, I need a charisma saving throw. Well, just one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It definitely resists your attempt to manipulate it. You take 7 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
Gabe? Gabe!
Just like, did he pass out? Like, I don't.
Hey, are you okay? Hey! Hey!
My brain hurts.
Mine too.
We thank you. I think we know what to do, but I don't think we can do it until Safina is with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless, okay, Gabe, we're gonna try something. Hold on to
you-
Safina's hand.
I just do a little twitch.
Okay. Well,
Maybe, I don't know.
well, I just need to see how fast Safina can go if he can move fast. So, like, Gabe, can you hold on to Safina's hand and try to pull him like at a fast pace and see if he catches up with you or if he keeps up with you?
So I'll take Safina's hand and just run in a circle
Yeah, like just try
around here.
Okay.
Just to see if he can or if Safina will resist him.
Okay. You start. Well, Safina doesn't resist, and you start running in a circle. He appears to be keeping pace. How fast is actually? What's the dexterity and constitution of Gabe? How? Chase.
15 for dex and a 13 for con.
Okay, so he's a fairly good chaser. Yeah. So you start ramping up your pace, and he's keeping pace with you.
Okay. So we may be able to get through here, but you're gonna have to pull Safina.
Okay. Did you guys recognize whatever you were looking for? Do you have it written down?
Yeah, Alara was looking at the patterns, and you said that we can go in front of the statues, right? They're slower?
Yeah, they're a lot slower.
So, as you guys are doing your test area, mind you, Gabriel's running around a circle.
Uh-huh.
Safina's right behind him, and then in the middle of nowhere, a black cat comes out and starts chasing all of them in a circle.
Good.
So it's like a big circle, and the cat's chasing Safina that's being drugged by Gabe.
But which is it? Okay, which cat? I see
Black
what
cat.
I'm looking at.
You're looking at a black cat, blue eyes.
So does it look like Note?
It does, absolutely. The only black cat with blue eyes that you're aware of that's in these woods.
Okay.
Gabe, after this, I would stop after a while and just, then I'll just turn around.
And you get do a dexterity saving throw.
Are we still alive?
All right. So as you turn around, you see a whole, a cat jump on your face and you fall on your ass. And as you fall, he sits and you starts batting your face. Revenge! Revenge! Just smacking you around with his paws.
Is it smacking or clawing?
No, he's not using his claws.
Okay.
He's not scratching.
Kitty, no, kitty, back!
And I pick it up.
He goes down with his mouth, and he just takes the collar of Gabe and starts thrashing. Not like the neck, but his clothing. Just
So not like malicious, just like
It's so cute.
I'm sorry.
Hanger, do you want to act as Note? No, you're passing. Okay.
I'm just gonna be saying over and over again, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
And Cass be like, Note, you're alive.
and then he looks up at Cass with a Gabriel, like he killed Gabriel basically. Like, this is my prey. I'm a good hunter. And looks up at you. Then Yorkie gets out from being thrashed about, and you see the cat's eyes look from Cass to the rat. Quick reactions, everybody.
I am grabbing Yorkie.
Okay.
Yeah, like where is Yorkie?
I mean, currently
Running
it's going to
out.
be just outside of where Gabe holds him, typically close to.
Okay, so then Cass will move forward, trying to be like, don't go after Yorkie. She'll be saying don't go after Yorkie.
Okay. I mean, you say this, and he kind of leaps at the mouse. Gabe gets him just in time, so he's bites Gabriel this time. Just,
ow!
The eyes just staring at the mouse that's being held. Yorkie's pleading for his life.
It was an accident. A genuine accident.
I didn't know you were so powerful.
We had no idea.
lets his maw open, watching you. It looks at the Yorkie. I'm watching you. But more importantly, I'm watching you. Looks at Gabe.
I'm sorry.
And I'm watching you, Yorkie.
Cass will look at me like, I'm glad you're okay.
Tense stare down.
Yeah, like, what are you doing at this building? I thought you were hunting. Were you hunting, Gabe?
I'm a fierce warrior.
You are. You are.
First and last of my name.
Yeah. Have you found anything good to hunt?
Yes.
Other than Yorkie?
Looks at Yorkie.
Other than Yorkie.
Like the cat thing.
Does he do like the chirping things when cats try to chase birds? Like,
Nope. It's like Yorkie, get back in the sleeve. Get back in the pocket. Is there any way I can make it up to you?
Yes.
I'm guessing no, but I'm not giving you Yorkie.
Why did you ask?
Because it's not nice for my friends to eat my other friends.
It's not nice to blow me up.
It was an accident.
Yeah. Well, accidents happen all the time. Glint.
But that was an actual accident. This is a premeditated accident. It's totally different.
Don't know what you're talking about. Don't even know the meaning of the word. Looks at Alara like, I don't know the meaning of the word. What is premeditated?
Murder.
Oh.
Murder.
So you shouldn't premeditate me like you did earlier. No more premeditating.
I didn't do it on purpose, but fair enough.
What were you thinking?
I thought you'd like it.
It was a bomb.
I didn't actually blow up. I didn't
blew
know how
up.
powerful you are.
I'm a powerful. Look at me. Wow! You stand through his hind legs.
I knew you were powerful, but I didn't think you were powerful.
I'm a Lord High Lord. It's because I'm in training.
I'm sorry. No, I actually respect you more because you're in training.
That's a weird.
He takes it. I accept your apology. Your repeated apologies. Now that I think about it, you were apologizing a lot as I was premeditating you.
Good. I find that Trey's characters always seem that don't understand things in proper English.
It's a sentient cat.
Like he taught Gig Crush.
Well, again, deity's mind.
Yep.
So he's like the universal translator.
So are you gonna stay on top of me, or can I get up, or am I just your throne now?
I'll take that option. You are a fine throne. He just sits there.
Oh my god.
And he puts a paw to the rest of you. Know that he chose this.
It was an option, but okay.
He an option that you gave up and I accepted.
Okay.
Can we go with a different option where he's able to stand up?
I mean, I guess if he needs to do the standing, he can't.
He could be your throne, but like you could use his shoulder or his head. It would make you taller and give the appearance of more might.
He's short though.
Yes, but that does not mean that it would make you taller. It would not make you taller. It just means
Who's the tallest person in the party?
probably Cass.
I will.
I don't know.
accept your
I can't remember how
terms.
tall Safina is.
I mean, Alara is also like isn't as a high elf, isn't she pretty damn tall? Like I don't know how tall everyone is to be honest. Safina is not super tall. He's like 5'8", I think.
Something.
Yeah.
And probably, I mean,
Like so, really, it is. It's between Cass and Alara as the tall people of your group. But who's taller? I'll double check Safina just in case he put him taller than I'm remembering.
how tall are you?
Like, I think Cass is about 6 foot.
Oh, you're taller than me.
Oh, there you go. And I am 95% sure that Safina is not 6 feet tall. So
Okay.
So, Note looks at Cass. I'll accept your terms, but I want to be the highest head that I perch upon.
Sorry, I don't know that.
See?
All right. And I'll get down so that he can get on top of her head.
And Note only leaves Gabriel by perching on top of Cass's head and just balances there.
And then she'll like fully stand up so he can be like 6 feet tall.
Yep. This is good.
This is good.
How long have you been following us since the bomb incident?
Not long. I just came back.
From...
Oh, you know, non-existence. You kind of, again, blew me up. I can reconstruct with a little bit of help.
From what?
From Gig?
Yes. From, look, when you put it that way, like I'm learning how to do it. Look, I'm learning how to do it myself. I just
From Gig. Hmm.
so.
What are you two doing here?
I mean, I am learning my role, and I would like to go to Starset Lake and hunt.
Hunt what?
Looks
What are
at,
you hunting?
Looks at Yorkie.
So you want to hunt, but also go to Starset Lake, not go to
I-
Starset Lake to hunt.
He looks majestic. He perches his chest out. I do the whims that come to me. And he just looks off into the distance. And then he realized that him and Safina are both looking off in the distance, as coincidence may happen. Just... I am bound by no laws but my own. The whims of my eternal soul.
It's like her head is Pride Rock to him right now.
Right? He really is. He has gone quickly from revenge to indignation to I am the most majestic thing you've ever seen on top of Cass's head.
Why do you want to go to Starset Lake so much?
Because it sounds amazing.
But how? Who told you about it?
Gig,
How does Gig know about it? That was a
I
stupid question.
didn't ask.
Well, as we said, we are going there, but we do have to get into this building first.
So, Note like sits up, which is very uncomfortable for your hair. among
Oh,
other
I'm sure
things.
this is absolutely
It's
the
like,
worst, but she's like, you know what?
He
It's-
resituates himself to look at the Dawn Forges, points out a paw. This isn't the lake.
No, it's not.
Then you're going. He looks down. Then you're going the wrong way.
Like, yes, we have to make a pit stop.
There's a pit over there. He points over the graveyard in one of the holes.
There's someone in here that we need to see.
Why don't you just say that? God, he just resituates himself. Who you want to talk to? Are they nice?
Sarah.
Are they a fierce fighter?
I don't. The person that could answer that is mentally incapacitated currently.
Rude.
Yes. Do you want to go with us, and then we can help you get to Starset Lake?
His tail flicks playfully behind him.
There might be things that you can hunt.
Roll persuasion. As you convince a cat to join your party.
I am proficient in persuasion.
So, with those honeyed words, for a little bit, until my lordly duties summon me elsewhere, if I feel like dealing with them, as I feel like dealing with them.
I'm sure you have many very powerful responsibilities. Thank you for taking the time with us.
Well, you're a very appreciative knight. You could be a knight of the cats. Your name even kind of goes that way, Cass. Knight of the Cast.
Are you wanting to go to Starset Lake on your own will? Are you going to Starset Lake because you were summoned to do so?
Summoned? He seems indignant. I was a high lord before that was any such a suggestion. Go ahead and roll insight, by the way.
Because no.
I am going there because it sounds awesome.
Oh no.
10. Sounds for as much as Note has been in existence, that seems par for the course. He is sitting on your friend's head.
Interesting. Okay. I was just wondering is all.
Why are you going there? And now he lays down on Cass's head.
It's like, you know what? It's kind of keeping it nice and warm. It's
like a hat. Cat hat.
Like it's.
There's like a paw like dangling over one of her eyes because there's not enough real estate up there.
Yeah, like my head was so big, and there's like
right. So he's kind of like splaying out belly overhead.
Same as you. It's it sounds really cool.
We have a lot in common. See?
Do we?
I mean, he looks over at Laura for a moment and is like, different hair color, different eye color, different race. We're going the same place. That's one in 4.
How about now?
Oh.
They hold up ears.
Oh man, do I really want to fuck with Trey? Oh. Oh, there's a spell that uses that as a somatic component. Would you like to learn it? His tail flicks gently behind him.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to keep your hands. The somatic component. He puts his hands as like such. So you.
Wait a minute.
Okay, keep there. You have to keep them there. You have to. Okay, just get a rhythm. You gotta. It's an ancient elven tongue. It's ni ko, ni ko, ni ko, ni. You have to make sure there's an inflection on that last one. Excellent! You have learned the spell Nico Nico Ni, which allows you to speak with felines.
Oh, look at you. You can now talk to cats.
You can now talk to cats.
What? Shut up.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah. It's speak with animals. It only works for felines. Same spell.
Sweet.
As soon as I should have known.
That was great. Oh, bless your heart.
Given the only way you can test that is with your current talking cat, but I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I have to do the Nigo Nigo Ni
That's
thing
the-
every time?
that's the somatic component. So somatic is like how you move your hands and whatnot when you're doing it. So that is the somatic component.
So yes, every time you
Every-
Do
so
it.
yes.
I do it. I do it to Note.
He starts meowing at you, and you don't notice any difference, but everyone else realizes that he's just caterwauling at you. That's very good.
It's working.
Yeah, working perfectly fine. If you don't believe me, ask these two. They have no idea what we're talking about. He just goes like a hairball.
Oh.
Is there? Say something that you think would offend them, and if they don't react, that's how you'll know. We have a secret channel here. Meow, meow.
I mean, I don't want to say anything bad.
Well, say something nice. Something that would provoke a reaction. That's how you can prove it.
I think Cassandra's really pretty and super nice, and Gabriel is super sweet, and I'm glad that they're along this journey with me.
So, Note just starts batting on like Cass's face, like right. It's like, see, no response.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't know what's happening. Can we?
Oh.
Can we stop the meowing and hitting of the face?
It works, you guys. This isn't normal.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. I'm glad you can talk to cats now.
I mean, technically, Gabriel with a forest gnome also can, but
Now we got 2 people that can talk to cats.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like,
yep. So
Please stop. Please.
Can I talk to Gabriel now?
So his is
Oh
not.
my gosh.
His is like small gestures, like "Come here, I have food," or like small sentences like "Go hunt" or "Go get help."
Oh.
Yours is like you're speaking English to Note, like which is communicate with
Okay.
animal, which is a spell. So
Huh.
I just say hi.
he gestures hi, and then Note gestures hi back, which is like in cat terms, tail flick.
We're gonna have so much fun, guys.
Then Note looks down at his throne. Don't you wish you could hear what we're talking about? Don't just bang goes on your forehead. Don't you wish?
Like during this whole time where they're like meowing at Note is on her head, like she's like just you can see the slow realization of like this is my life now. The cat on my head and everyone's just gonna be meowing at me. And, yeah, they're just like, yes, yes.
This is fun.
Well, that was
Says Note.
It is
Let me properly put this on. Here we go.
on Cass's head.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, where are we gonna sleep?
Oh, I think we need to get inside first. So we were testing if you could bring Safina with you inside the building.
Get inside! Note exclaims, throwing his paws up. Just walk in!
No, there's lots of traps.
So It's a good thing you say that, because like Notate like immediately hops off.
Like, it might be best if you stay on your throne while we get inside.
Fine. And in true magical cat fashion, he jumps way too high than he should be able to, back onto your head. Because,
Okay.
you know, Cat Lord.
Yep. Of course.
Any way for you to, I don't know, speed us up or something?
I mean, we can. I think if we haste, we should be fine. But it does not hurt to ask. As a cat, I know you have such amazing reflexes.
We have feline grace.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am a little drained from returning to this form.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. We are going to have to run forward. Just make sure that you have a good grip on my head. So you jump off. Like, she's saying,
Oh.
like, I'm gonna get so many claws in my head as I run forward. Just like,
Cass, Alara. Oh, okay.
we all have to run.
Yeah, but Alara kind of knows the pattern.
The pattern is
Or
just,
do you also know the pattern?
we
I don't know
do.
who
It's
knows the
basically
pattern.
we have to move fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the pattern is move fast.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna put. I don't know.
But
I put guidance on Gabriel.
okay.
So I don't like doing this, but Alara, you are the healthiest of us that are consciously here. Can you go ahead and we're just going to hasten straight forward past the statues.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And Gabe, you need to hold on to Safina, so you're gonna be behind us.
I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna hold Safina's hand, just put it on my cheek. I will never let him go.
Okay.
Nah.
No. And now we need to just go forward. So I imagine we're gonna be running. We're gonna be running straight forward.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's run in. Let's do the reverse Indiana Jones run into the temple. Starting with Alara, I need an athletics check.
Oh fuck!
As you run across slick, water-strewn tiles at full board. Athletics.
Oh fuck, dude, this is so dumb. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
All right. Who's directly behind Alara? Cass. I need an athletics, and I need a Constitution saving throw because of your cat friend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay.
My constitution's strong.
Gabriel, I need an athletics, which will also work for Safina, and you are guided.
Please work. Athletics. Oh. All right then.
So
Got
really
it.
just Cat is just like, well.
All right then.
All right, so everyone appears to be doing a pretty damn good job, except Cass.
Yep.
So, Alara, here's what happens. You start running. Do 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 boo 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 do boo do boo. Running. Immediately, Cass is behind you. Until you get to this part where it's the very end, like you've made it into the building. Cass. You don't quite fall so much as you skid into the wall right about here.
Great.
Gabe and Safina, like you also do not have the problem, so I'll move your tokens.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I would say that colliding with the wall has made this statue It's beginning to turn its head towards you, though.
Well, shit. I'm gonna go here and can I get behind this wall? Can I get behind?
You can.
Okay.
As this, yep, begins to turn.
Oh no. Oh no. Shit. Shit. What do we do?
It's a good question. What do you do? The statue's staring at you.
Is it like looking like it's going to go after us, or is it just staring?
The moment it's just staring. While you do that, it takes a step.
Nope. Okay, that's bad.
Okay.
We need to move. It's going to go after us.
Which way?
Uh,
No, I can't go anywhere, so let's go down.
so I'm gonna just real quick, just to see if there's any sort of like danger. I'm gonna do the divine sense just so that she can see, like, sense anything in her immediate area to see if she shouldn't go that direction.
Yeah, well,
Like-
the graveyard is outside, for example, so there's danger there. There's danger
Right.
below you. Say going down your two option of corridors, further east and further south, of which you have a pretty good view straight down, minus the darkness. There doesn't appear to be any threats in the corridors.
Okay. Let's go this way. Just gonna start going.
All right.
Follow.
As you start making your way, running southbound, away from this statue,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to fade out as you run away from your creature.
No.
Having entered the Dawn Forges with a
Run
threat
away.
looming behind you, with your new cat
Well-
friend, and way too many fucking questions. But you'll get the option of, if you would like to do a short rest between this session and the next, in case you want to do text RP, as you will be able to evade out the immediate threat.
I mean, we definitely need to do a short rest.
Okay. Then you'll be able to run far enough in to realize this thing is no longer able to follow you in this corridor, because
Okay.
it's more narrow, to pitch a breather after running. So if you wish
Okay,
to
good.
text RP after that, and also clue Safina in, as he will, at that point, stop zoning out.
Gotcha.
Must be all that adrenaline.
Must be the closest to head cat.
That's right. And with that, we'll go ahead and cut it. We'll cut a little bit early, in interest in making sure that Connor has an opportunity to catch up and do a lot of stuff with his order. We will go ahead and move it over to Discord and Namens. I was getting so hungry right after session.
Yeah, that's why I nommed on the trail mix to kind of help.
I know. Anyway, I'll see you guys over there. Bye!
Okay. Bye.